I remember there was a time when we was kings and queens, prophets and rulers, judging the earth. But now we stuck at the bottom of the totem pole. Where we go wrong as a people? I think we understand this. We the wake up
for this mean green cream thing, paper chasing but not facing the facts that as a nation we all done got lax and letting the devil control us and thinking like them damn Africans, they sold us. We in captivity because they hold us. Work is hard, heavy burdens on us, but every second that I look we getting cream like Folgers.
Shalom, brothers and sisters.
Shalom.
Shalom to everybody online. Thanks for joining us. This is the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. I'm Priest S.O.W. To my left, we got Priest Zionala. We're located at 8524 South Breeches Boulevard, Houston, Texas, 77071. Our class times are Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m., Friday from 6 to 9 p.m., and Saturday morning Sabbath class from 10 to 2 p.m. We also have our kids class on Sundays from 11 to 12 that we pre-record. Okay, we're going to get the kids class going back here within the month. Okay, if you're in the San Antonio area, we have a school at 4219 78th Street, San Antonio, Texas. We also have a school in Albuquerque, New Mexico at 501 Copper Avenue, Northwest Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you need to reach a teacher during class, you can text me only during class at 303-557-8979. You can text the brother here also. What's your number?
It's 832-724-6064. Zion, Z-A-Y-N.
And that's just text only during class. Anytime after class, you can call if you need to. But just for class sake, we can't take calls during class when we're teaching. For our live stream, if you don't know, we're here. It's Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge on YouTube. We also have our Israelite School or ISP HDK cable show that we do every Saturday. We do it live. You can stream that at hmstv.org, or you can catch it live on Saturdays 8:30 to 9:30 on local Comcast channel 17. Okay. If you need to reach other than me, if you need to reach Priest Kazakia or Priest S.O.W, they're in Trinidad right now, but I'll give you their numbers anyway. It's 281-707-2737. That's for Priest Kazakia. For Priest S.O.W, it's 832-941-2443. We also have class in Trinidad also. Okay, and that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, same times here. Same days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you want to give me a class time, I believe they do class at the same time, 7 to 10. Okay? Again, we are building out in Trinidad. We do have brothers out there putting in that work, right? Putting in that work, trying to get those brothers taught so we could build a school in Trinidad also. The truth ain't just for America or Americans. We got to build, we got to sacrifice and get up out of our comfort zones, and we got to go to these different countries to teach our people, because that's what it's about. They're scattered. So we do have brothers in Trinidad. Okay, and speaking of Trinidad, those brothers out there need books, supplies, pens, papers, whatever you can donate. The brother J.C. Judah, I'm going to shout you out, he sent us some Bibles and Apocryphers, okay? And then the sister Samantha, she sent a bunch of different supplies, some Babylon Timbuktus, some Apocryphers, and just some other office supplies that'll be useful for down in Trinidad. So we definitely appreciate that. We encourage you to keep on donating books, especially books for Trinidad, but whatever you can give, whatever you can donate, that's going to further the educational process of your people. You can send it here to the school like they did. They ordered it on Amazon, and they had it sent right here to the school at 8524 South Breeches Boulevard, Houston, Texas, 77071. Okay? If you need any garments, the sisters do Passover garments. They also do unity garments, and they do that monthly. Okay, so if you need a garment, headband, armbands, fringe shirt, fringe pants, anything that you need, you can go on Facebook and search Israel wear, and you can contact the sisters about garments, unity, Passover, or anything outside of that, and they can get that going for you, okay? Let's see here. Got that. Yeah, for any monetary donations, we have a Wells Fargo account under Israelites School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. The number to that is 101-580-6167. Okay, and then also we have a Google Wallet account under isbhbk@gmail.com. That's for any monetary donations you'd like to give. Again, it doesn't go to our pocket, it goes to the school. It goes to whatever we're doing down in Trinidad. It's going to help those brothers out. So whatever you can give, again, monetary, clothes, books, pens, papers, computers, cars, whatever you can give, we'll take it. And we appreciate all those that have given thus far. Keep doing it. The Most High will definitely look down upon that with favor and joy. All right? That's going to be it for the announcements. Make sure I got everything. Yeah, that's going to be it for the announcements. So we're just going to do what we always do. Open it up that first hour, or until the questions are answered, we open it up for questions. So they got anything online? Okay, does anybody have any questions in the classroom? Yeah?
I was going to watch first.
Okay, no, that's fine, bro. What's your name one more time?
Trey.
Trey, okay. I'm bad with names, that's why I'm... What's he?
I didn't know.
Let me see, hold on, before you...
Time.
They already on here. Shalom. Is it okay for women to wear their hair short, or should we never cut it off? Shalom, brother, sister. Tariq Ruffin. Well, if your hair is your glory, how much do you being created with what you have been given in glory, I guess, is a better option. Shalom. So the sister asks, is it okay for women to wear their hair short? Or should we never cut it off? Well, yeah, the brothers aren't here trying to answer the question, but let us answer. We'll go to the Bible. That way it's not like our opinion, but it's biblical. But I will say this, because part of her question was, you got it?
Yes.
Yeah. Nah, you can. Yeah, get that in the meantime.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 15.
So she said, is it okay for women to wear their hair short, or should we never cut it off? Well, this is the thing. What's your definition of cutting it off? Do you mean cutting it like Sinead O'Connor bald, or like Britney Spears? Or do you mean trimming? Because there is a difference. I mean, a woman is not supposed to walk around with a bald head. If she can grow her hair, she's not supposed to cut her hair bald.
Walk around with a fade.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be walking around with a fade. You're not supposed to be having you're not supposed to look like a man. You're not supposed to have these manly, and even that haircut is not even manly. But you're not supposed to shave your head down to a certain point where you no longer look feminine. I think who did that the other day? Sanaa Lathan. Sanaa Lathan. I think she cut off all her hair. Sanaa Lathan, yeah, from Love and Basketball. She cut off all her hair, and at first, I mean, I'm like, it looks weird because now it just looks weird. She don't look womanly or manly. She's just in between, I guess. I don't know, but that hair is that glory. Where are we at? What scripture are we at? Let's go to the Bible. Let's just see what the scriptures say. That way it's not a matter of my opinion or this brother's opinion or the brother online's opinion, but we can see what the scriptures say. Where you at?
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 15. But if a woman have long hair...
So, we're going to read up. Hold on. We're going to read up. But it's the true heathens that do not follow the Most High's understanding, but we have the mind of the Messiah. That is right. That is definitely right, my bro. That's why we definitely got to go to the scripture. I mean, because this is the thing. Can a woman never, ever, ever cut her hair? No. Of course she can. She can trim it. Right? She can trim it. That's how you keep it healthy. They talk about split ends. I mean, I don't know that much about hair. As far as, you know, the health and, I don't know, women can trim their hair. You can, I mean, like my wife, her hair is down to her, maybe the small of her back, but she trims it. You know, she trims it that way it don't look wild and grow like me. I don't trim my beard. If I don't trim it, it's just gonna grow wild. You know, so she trims it to keep it looking good, keep it healthy. That's why I asked, what was the definition of cut off? Yeah, you see Sonal Lathan, what does she look like? She looks like a little boy. She looks like a little boy there. She cut off her hair and they think it's cute, but it's not. Where we at? 1 Corinthians?
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 15.
Let me get there real quick. Started, you start at verse 14.
Verse 14.
Yeah.
Doth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him?
You gotta read with some power, read with some life. Read that again.
Do it not even
Tell me
nature.
where you at.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14.
Go ahead.
Do it not even nature
So
itself.
doesn't even nature. See, nature is a big indicator of the way we should do things, because the only thing, nature don't change. Nature doesn't change unless we go through and change it, right? The nature of something doesn't change unless we as humans interject. So when you look at nature, right? The natural thing is telling you about the natural thing. A man, read on.
That if a man have long hair,
Right.
it is a shame unto him.
Right, see, a man shouldn't have long hair to the point where he's looking like Fabio. I talked about this on Monday. When you got the long hair and it's flowing and you gotta, you know what women do when they gotta do this? What is it that they do? They gotta do the little neck thing, right? They gotta do the little flip. That's not manly. See, that's the thing. It's against nature. So the Most High showing us that even with a man, if you're dealing with a man with excessively long hair down to the small of his back, there's something wrong. See, the Most High is going to check both instances here. A man's hair shouldn't be to the point where you're mistaking him for a woman. Y'all get that? Read on.
It is a shame unto him.
Uh-huh.
But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her.
Yeah, because a woman's hair is her glory. Listen, me personally, the longer the better. That's how I am. The longer the better. You go to Arizona and you see our Gadite, our Native American brothers and sisters, and some of them women got hair. I'm talking about down to the calves, right? Listen, I know sisters in Colorado, Native American women. They got hair down to their calves, where they haven't cut their hair in years. They just they might trim an inch or two to keep it even, or keep the split ends from popping up. But other than that, they don't take more than, a quarter of an inch off. That's their prerogative. That's up to them. If it's manageable, I mean, if it's not dragging on the ground, that's another thing. If your hair is dragging on the ground, you might want to do something about that, because then that's just a cleanliness issue. But yeah, the longer, the more hair a woman got, the better. I mean, what man don't love a woman with a bunch of hair? I love it. And this is how you know hair is an important thing. This because no, this is the thing. Yeah, the ones that ain't got it, they spending $300 for a bundle. Whatever the hell that means. What does that mean, $300 for a bundle? Exandria, break it down. I mean, I know you go to the hair shop, you know the lingo, right?
I used to get it from a girl. I mean, they sell it everywhere.
But what is a bundle?
It's a split, like it's like it's just tracks rolled up. It's a bundle.
A bundle of hair. Is that enough to do one head?
No, you have to have 3 bundles.
Damn.
So
you gotta have 3 bundles.
3 or 4. Some people get 7 to 8. They spend about $500 to sometimes $800.
Depending if it's Malaysian, Cambodian.
Yeah, you get that. Yeah, Peruvian.
To spend like almost $400 on hair.
Damn.
Just on how many bundles?
3 bundles.
Wow. See, this is how you know hair is important. Because chicks are spending $300 to $800 just in one session to get it done.
Right.
That's how you know hair is important to women. We ain't gotta go there. We can go there. But this is how you know hair is important to the black. I even know some of the Hispanics that be trying to. Your hair grows. But this is the thing. You know what's funny? You know what I'm learning, that so it's not full and it's not thick like the so-called Jew, like a so. Yes, a woman can, when you're walking around with the 50-cent fade, there's something with a look or that roll around. What are they into? Yeah, the sister said it. They're not into. And am I saying that is a homosexual? No. Associated with that lifestyle. Just like, perfect example, the rainbow. What was the rainbow for in the beginning, according to the scriptures? Somebody get it? Just to bring out this example, how things can be turned and associated with something where it naturally wasn't. It's in Genesis 6. Where am I at? I'm at. Where were you just reading? The Corinthians 11, right?
11 and 15.
Yeah. Did you finish?
Let me see.
You didn't finish yet. Read verse 15 in Corinthians.
It says, but if a woman have long hair.
But if she has what?
Long hair.
Go ahead.
It is a glory to her.
Yeah. Go ahead.
For her hair is given her for a covering.
You see that? This is the thing. Now you want to take what the Most High gave you. You want to take, see, and this is the problem. We always want to take what is not ours and do and cut it, shave it off, pierce it, tattoo it, right? We want to take what is not ours, what was given to us by the Most High, from the Most High. Your body is a temple. Your hair is part of that. The hair for the woman was to show her glory, right? This is how you know, because when you go into Isaiah, what was one of the curses that the black, Hispanic, Native American woman was going to go through? Let's go to it real quick. And did you find that Genesis?
Yes, I found it. Oh,
you got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What you got? Where you at?
Okay. Do I stand?
Let's tell me.
That's in Genesis 9 and 13.
There it is. Is it?
Yeah, but that's it too. Yeah, 16 is up.
Wait, we get the Isaiah, then we'll get that Genesis. This will show you how they associate different things.
This is Genesis chapter 3 and start at verse 17.
Ray, you gotta get it.
Genesis
Actually, start at verse 16. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse.
Wait, what are you doing? Where are you going right now? Why are you starting here? No, we don't have to go there. Get to Isaiah. Yeah, why you going to Genesis?
No, I'm
Genesis.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Go to Isaiah.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 16.
Yeah, go ahead. Huh? Yeah, let's go with it. Go start at that point. Yep.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 16.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 16. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughter of Zion.
So this is Zion. So Zion is obviously Israel. These are all your Native Americans, so-called Negroes, and your Hispanics. That's all your Peruvians, Colombians, Uruguayans, Panamanians. Read.
Are haughty.
It says they're haughty. Read.
And walk with stretched forth necks.
So once again, they're extremely prideful. That's how you know it's our women, the so-called black women, because they walk with the head with the head what's that, stretched forth. They're haughty. You can't tell them nothing. You know, they think that they're better than everybody else. Read.
And wanton eyes.
And wanting eyes. Read.
Walking and menacing as they go, and making a tingling with their feet.
But check this out. Read.
Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of their head.
Read that again.
Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head.
It says the Most High is going to smite the crown of their head with a scab.
Yeah, because of their pride, because of their haughtiness. Because they can't be, because the so-called black woman, Hispanic, they can't be told nothing. Right? They walk around like, yeah, head moving. You know how y'all do. Right? Girl, head moving around. Right? No, he didn't. Blah, blah, blah. Right? So because of that, because you want to be prideful and haughty, the Most High said, I'm going to take your glory. I'm going to hit you with the scab in the top of your head. So now you can't grow here. Now you got to go spend $300 a bundle with your pride class. Right?
That's how you know here was a prized possession back in the day.
Now you got to go spend $300 to $800 just to get your glory back.
I see somebody.
Every what? Every 3 months? How often do they here? No, they go get the bundles put in. How often? Example, how long does that last?
Yeah, so it can last for 12 months.
About a month, right?
Every week or every 2 weeks.
Yeah. $800 a week.
So they're spending $300 every week.
Not every week, no. They probably reuse that hair, like, oh, I should.
Oh.
Some people do, though. I know
depending on your money, right? Yeah. But you see that? So to get your glory back, we're going to make you pay. It's crazy. And then the sad thing is you don't have to wear somebody else's hair.
Right.
You're going to have to wear a whole other nation of people's hair. You're over there and spend $800. Yeah, before it was horses, right? Yeah. Before it was horses, you was rocking that animal weave. Now you're rocking that Malaysian, right? You got all them Indian chicks over there bald because you need bundles. They bald because you need your glory back. So the point is this: if you got it, there's no point. Why cut it off? Why take away your glory? Keep your glory. Keep what the Most High gave you. Am I saying to let it grow wild and crazy and just look raggedy? Nah. Trim it up, wash it, leave it in condition, make it smell good. All that. But don't walk around with the Sinead O'Connor with the Britney Spears, right? Don't do the fade on the sides and the short on the top.
The lines, the lines.
Yeah, the mohawk, all that crap. Nah. Because even a chick with a mohawk, that looks just retarded. Right. There's nothing sexy about a chick looking like Mr. T. Yeah. I don't want my woman looking like Mr. T or looking like a punk rocker. I don't want that. I want her to have her long, flowy hair that the Most High gave her. You know, so keep it healthy. Sean, keep it healthy. What was I looking for? I was looking for... But yeah, as far, how we were talking about the association of things. Oh, here it is. No, that's not the one I want. There it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Genesis 9:16. You got it. Read that for me. Because we're talking about the rainbow, right? The rainbow was given for one purpose, but now the rainbow is associated with something totally different. Right? So we got to remember that us as humans, us as people, we take things and we flip them for our use. We take things out of context. We take things out of its natural order. All right? Go to that. Go to Genesis 9 and 16.
Genesis chapter 9, verse 16.
Go read verse 15.
Verse 15. And I will remember my
Go to actually verse 13.
Genesis chapter 9, verse 13.
Yep.
I do set my bow in the cloud.
Right.
And it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth.
Yeah, what bow do we see in the clouds? We see the rainbows. Right? We see the rainbow in the cloud. It was a token for what?
Of the covenant between me and the earth.
Right. This was the covenant. Read on.
And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud.
Almost every time it rains, what do you see after or before? That rainbow, right? Go ahead.
And I will remember my covenant.
The Most High said he will remember his covenant. Go ahead.
Which is between me and you.
Go ahead.
And every living creature of all flesh.
Go ahead.
And the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh.
Right. So the Most High was saying, listen, this rainbow was a covenant between me, you, and all flesh, that I would not destroy you all at once in a flood. Do we still get flooding? Yeah. But it was because at this time, the whole earth got destroyed at one time. The whole earth was destroyed in the flood in 40 days and 40 nights. So the Most High said, listen, I'm going to make a covenant where I wouldn't destroy the earth in one, in one storm or one flood, right? And he used the rainbow to do that. But now today, in this day and age, what is the rainbow associated with?
Gay pride.
Gay pride, which is against the scripture. So we take things and we flip it. And we flip it for and I'm not saying it's right, but that's what we do. If we're not in the biblical mind, we'll take things and flip it for what we want it to represent. So the reason why I brought that was because, yes, those short hairstyles that these women rock, a lot of them, they're not into men, and they use that as a sign to show, listen, I'm not into men, I'm into women. And this is what they do. So, you got to be careful of what you want to be associated with also. It's all good. Let me see. Tariq Ruffin. Yeah, bro. We all doing the same, given the scriptures, my brother. It says it's a shame for women not to. Right. Yeah, and that's what we're saying. A woman shouldn't be walking around bald unless she has, some alopecia, right? Unless she has something where she can't grow her hair. JC Judith, the water for the books, bro. We got those. The water. We'll get those down to Trinidad. Yeah. Yes, this captivity is very ignorant and rebellious to the core, but the image of Khan. Yeah, that's right, brother. Everything you're saying is right. We just want to make sure that just for edification purposes, we just go to every, we got to go to every single scripture just to make sure that when we bringing it out, it's brought through. They could actually go to it. They have a point of reference. Not saying that you said anything wrong because you didn't, but we definitely want to make sure that we're giving these point of references. Yeah. So can a woman cut her hair? Don't cut it bald. Oh, did you finish reading that in Corinthians? Let's read it again. Let's just make sure.
11:15.
Let's read it again.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 15. But if a woman have long hair,
right,
it is a glory to her.
Yeah, it's a woman's glory. So don't willingly take away your glory. Go ahead.
For her hair is given for her for a covering.
Because her hair is given to what?
For a covering.
Yeah, your hair was given to you for a covering. It was given to you for that glory. It was given to you to distinguish whether you was a man or a woman. That's one way. And if we want to deal with appearance, that's one way. And a man can say, oh, he ain't sitting there, staring down the way at some man when it's, or at something that he thinks is a woman when it's a man. You look at the long hair and say, oh, that's a woman. But that's why a man shouldn't have that long hair. So there's no mistakes there. Let's see here. So at one time, the fire shall devour this whole captivity, right? With its gay pride in it. Well, this is the thing. The Most High is not going to, it's not just about gay pride, it's about pride itself. And we're going to go a little bit into that. It ain't just gay pride, it's about having too much pride. It's about having pride in the wrong things. The Most High is going to devour that. He's going to devour maliciousness, lying. It's all these things that are not according to the scripture where the Most High is going to get burnt up. It's going to get purged away. Go to 1 Corinthians 6. I had this in my class, but since he asked, go to 1 Corinthians 6 real quick. Where are you going to go? Yeah, 1 Corinthians 6. Go to 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. This is part of my class. I'm not going to go into it yet, but we can hit this. And then we can touch on it and then go back into it. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9.
Go ahead.
Know ye
not. Got it in class? Go ahead.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
Yeah, so no unrighteousness is going to enter into the kingdom of God. So we got to see, what is that unrighteousness? Go ahead, read.
Be not deceived.
See, don't be deceived. Don't think that is something that is not. Don't be deceived in your own glory, your own pride, thinking that you know, and you don't. Because it's going to tell us right here. It says, be not deceived. Go ahead.
Neither fornicators.
What?
Neither fornicators.
Yeah, so you chasing after other gods, you ain't going to make it. Sorry. If you ain't believing in the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, you want to be a Buddha, Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah's Witness, you want to be a Muslim, you ain't making it to this kingdom. You might have another kingdom with Buddha, but you ain't making it here. Go ahead.
Nor idolaters.
Right. You want idol worship? Because that's what all these religions do anyway. They worship idols. You ain't making it. One of the 10 Commandments, right? Is not to have idols, not to worship, do not have any other gods before me. It's commandment number 1. Thou shalt not have any other gods before me. That is commandment number 1 of the 10 Commandments, right? Read on.
Nor adulterers.
Nor adulterers, right? Go ahead.
Nor effeminate.
Right. You see that? Effeminate. A man assuming the traits of a woman. A man acting like a woman. You got all these actors. You got to think about it, man. You got to think about this. Why do they put all these famous actors in dresses? Why is it the first thing they do, especially the black actors? The Tyler Perry, he made it famous, he had to throw on a dress. Martin got big, what he had to do? Big Mama's House, throw on a dress. Shanae, Wesley Snipes, in that Too Long Food, Say Goodbye, or whatever, I forgot the name of it. He had to throw on a dress. Eddie Murphy, dress. Think about it. They throw all these black men, right? They can be a difference. If they actually put their minds to it, they could be a difference. But what do? The first thing they do is say, no, put on this dress so we can effeminize you. So now you can't make no, because I'm not looking up to no man that rocks a dress. I'm not. There's nothing that he can tell me. He got on women's clothing. So what can you tell me? You don't even know what you're supposed to put on. So we can't go any further with any other edification until you understand that you need to put on some breeches. Right? You need to put on some breeches, boy. You need to put on some pants and a damn shirt. Take off the spaghetti straps. You got these grown-ass dudes trying to shop in Victoria's Secret. Stop it.
With chancletas on.
Well, those are sandals. I thought you meant they were womanly.
No leggings.
Yeah, you gotta take
Leggings.
off Magic Johnson's son running around just like a woman, looking like, I don't know what he looks like. I don't know. He got the bone structure of a woman, but then he does his makeup to look like that, but then he's built like a man. It's confusion. It's confusion. So he said not even effeminate. Go ahead.
Nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Yeah, you're abusing yourself with mankind. Come on, man. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards.
Right, and just for effeminate, it says, of a man having or showing characteristics regarded as typical of a woman. Unmanly. So that's why you can't enter into the kingdom, because you're not assuming your position. You're not taking on the characteristics of a man. You want to be something else. That's why now you have that. See, and it opens up the book. It opens up that Pandora's box of, well, I don't feel like a woman. I was born a man. I don't feel like a woman, so I'm going to go chop off my penis, take hormones, grow breasts, and then now I'm a woman. Which, that don't make sense. Yeah, or I don't have a gender. When I have kids, they can pick their own gender. They can be whatever they want. You can pick your own gender when yeah. How can you pick your own gender when there's only two to pick from and you have to be one? You can't pick your own. It ain't like a buffet. It's two genders, right? Yeah, Magic Johnson's son. I can't tell if he's a woman with short hair or a man, because he looks like a woman. Wow, that is sad. Yeah. See, that won't enter into the kingdom of the Most High. The Most High made you a man, so be that. Assume that. He made you a woman, be a woman. Humble, meek, right? Soft, nice, delicate, right? You a man, you're supposed to be a little rough around the edges, hard. Go ahead, read on.
Come on.
Verse 16.
Verse 16.
Read verse 16.
Oh. What? Now ye know.
Slack it. Read verse 10.
Yeah, verse 10.
Yeah.
Nor thieves, nor covetous.
Yeah, you can't be a thief. You can't be running around thieving. You can't just be steal. You can't be a klepto, man. You can't be a thief and try to enter into the kingdom because you're not trustworthy. Or covetous. You can't be looking at what everybody else got and be wanting it. And looking on everybody else's stuff and wishing you had it. And not content with what you have. Go ahead.
Nor drunkards.
You can't be a drunkard. For all you brothers out there that try to drown your sorrows in the bottle, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it because now you're relying more on your liquor than relying on the Spirit of the Most High. You're not relying on the Spirit of Christ to heal your afflictions or your problems. You're taking it to the bottle. I'm going to drown my sorrows in a bottle. I'm going to take a fifth to the head. Because you already know what that drunken lifestyle leads to. It leads to a lot of different things. Them angry drunks, they get drunk, they're out in the streets fighting, beating people up, getting beat up, causing chaos, content, right? Go ahead.
Nor revilers.
A reviler. Let's see what that is. A reviler. Let's define. A deviler. It says, criticize. Oh, so it's a person that criticizes in an abusive or angrily insulting manner. So you don't know how to talk to people. When you're supposed to be helping to correct a person, you do it out of anger. You do it in an insulting way. So there's no humility about this person. So all this ain't making it to the kingdom. It ain't just homosexuality. That definitely ain't making it. Go ahead.
Nor extortioners.
Nor extortioners. Yeah, you know how you extort people. If you don't do this, they hold a secret over your head that if you don't do something that they want, What do? They threaten to bring out your secret or to put you on blast. Yeah, you obtain money or something through force or through threats. So they threaten you into doing something while holding something over your head. Read on.
Shall inherit the kingdom of God.
Yeah, none of these things are going to inherit the kingdom. They all going to get burnt up the same. They all going to get burnt up the same way. So we definitely got to understand that. Yeah. Go to Romans. Go to Romans 1. I mean, since the brother asked, we might as well go there. Go to Romans 1 and verse
25.
Is it 25? Or can we read up? Yeah, we can start at verse 21. Romans chapter 1 and verse 21.
Romans chapter 1, verse 21.
Go ahead.
Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God.
Yeah, see, when we knew the Most High, when we had that, when we were in the time of Moses, when we were seeing the miracles, when we were seeing the Most High work firsthand, delivering us up out of Egypt, parting the Red Sea, got the pillar, right? Got the cloud by night, by day, the light by night, guiding us through the wilderness. When we knew the Most High, and we knew what he wanted, when Moses came down with the law, like this is what I need for y'all to do, we glorified him not. We were like, yeah, we ain't doing that. Where's our golden calf? Yeah, we don't want to do that. We want to do everything else that everybody else is doing. Where's that at? We want to commit every other abomination but follow the Most High. We knew him not. Go ahead.
Neither were thankful.
And we weren't thankful. We weren't thankful that we were pulled up out of Egypt. We weren't thankful that we were no longer slaves to the Egyptians and to the Canaanites. Right? We weren't thankful that the Most High was going to take us to our promised land, flowing with milk and honey. We ain't thankful now. A lot of us. You get the word, you believe half of it, but you don't want to believe all of it. Or you get the word, but you don't want a brother to tell you nothing. You get the word, but you don't want to be corrected by the word. You ain't thankful now. You get corrected and you hate it. Right? Go ahead.
But became vain in their imagination.
Yeah, but you decided to come up with these vain imaginations, these imaginations of no value. How can I turn my earring into a big calf so you can worship it? Right? How can I cut my hair all the way off and look, I'm a woman, but I can look like a man now? Right?
G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane, yeah. How can I G.I. Jane it? How can I, as a man, do my makeup so that now I look like a 6'8" woman? Right? How can I do that? These vain imaginations. Go ahead.
And their foolish heart was darkened.
You see that? Their minds were darkened from the wisdom of the Most High. Because of these vain imaginations, they start blocking out the light. Their hearts, their mind, the mind is the heart. And the heart is the mind. That's what it's talking about. It was darkened. They no longer applied wisdom. Go ahead.
Professing themselves to be wise.
Yeah, they profess themselves to be wise. Get that one. Wisdom of the world is not, the wisdom of the world is not wisdom. Get that. They profess themselves to be wise in all the things. I mean, look at this country, man. Everything they do is backwards. It's all against the Most High. They think they're wise. If you want to deal with the homosexuality, they think it's wise to do it. And they find ways to say, yeah, let's do it and put it on the books so now we can get health care and all this other stuff. Right? If you want to deal with these religions, they always try to say that they got the truth or there's some wisdom in what they're talking about. They profess themselves to be wise. You got that?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 19.
Stay where you at. Read it.
For the wisdom of this world.
But the wisdom, your wisdom that you think you have, go ahead.
Is foolishness.
Is what?
Foolishness.
Is what?
Foolishness.
Read.
With God.
Read.
For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own crafty.
Yeah.
In their own craftiness.
You see, you think you wise. You think you got a way around this. You think you crafty, but you're going to get taken into that same craftiness. The Most High, you can't undermine God. You can't be exempt from what's going on in the scriptures. especially if you ain't doing right, He's going to take you in your own craftiness. Read, Ray.
They became fools.
Where were you at in that?
No,
where were you at?
That was 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 19.
Yeah. This is what they have it too. 1 Corinthians 3 and 19. Now jump back to Romans chapter 1 and start at verse 22.
Professing themselves to be wise,
right?
They became fools.
Yeah, they became fools. Go ahead.
Verse 23.
Because you know what? Just dealing with this man's question, with the brother's question online. I mean, come on. You got to be a fool if you think that there's any. Come on. What's the benefits of homosexuality if you want to deal with that? You got to be a fool as a grown man to think that you can. Have sexual intercourse with another man and think that there's a profit out of that. That's a benefit. The Most High said that's foolishness. Right? Read on.
Verse 23. And change the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible.
Yeah, you changed this glory, right? You changed the glory of the Most High. The glory of the Most High was the people.
That's why it says to be fruitful and multiply.
Right. The glory of the Most High was us. and the way we were operating, the way we ruled, Solomon, right? The way he ruled for 40 years of peace, David. The Most High gloried in that. But guess what? It was changed into what?
Corruptible man.
Right. It was changed into corruptible man through man's doing. Read on.
And to birds. And four-footed beasts.
Right.
And creeping things.
Go ahead.
Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanliness.
Right.
Through the lust of their own heart.
Yeah, because when it boils down, it's all the lust of your own heart. If you want to deal with homosexuality, if you want to deal with bestiality, you got cats sleeping with animals. Little pedophilia. If you want to deal with that. I mean, come on, man. They're not trying to make that a lifestyle change where a man can literally go sleep with a little boy and say, oh, that's a lifestyle. That's my lifestyle. And make that a law. That is legal. See, that's what all these different things opens up these doors for everyone now to be affected. I got nothing to do with homosexuality. But guess what? I got kids. So now I got to worry about my kids being sexually profiled by some 50-year-old homosexual. You see that? Because it opens up this box. But read that again. It says, read that again.
Verse 24.
Verse 24.
Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanliness through the lust of their own heart.
It was the what?
The lust of their own heart.
Wait, according to the Bible?
The lust of their own
yeah,
heart.
See, it's all the lust of your own heart. Because the scriptures say plainly, homosexuality is not accepted. Even a man that's acting like a woman won't get to the kingdom. So if you're doing any homosexual acts, how do you think you're going to make it? If a man that's just acting like a woman ain't going to make it. It makes no sense to think that there's a way around it. But see, this is the lust of this man, woman, and all these other things we went through in Corinthians. That's coming from the lust of your own heart. The lasciviousness, the maliciousness, right? The theft, the covetousness. That's coming from the lust of your own mind. Read on.
To dishonor their own body.
To do what?
To dishonor their own body.
Yeah, now you're dishonoring your body. You're dishonoring that temple that the Most High gave you. Read on.
Between themselves.
Yeah, you're doing it between yourselves, though. You see that? That's between you and that person. But there's still consequence. Read.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Yeah, this is a question. Well, it's not a question. Read on.
And worship served the creature more.
Read it again.
And worship and serve the creature.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. These men that fall in that 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, they're worshiping the creature. You're worshiping the thing that was created. You're worshiping man and his doings.
worshiping Beyonce. You know, Beyonce, her dancers got these 7-foot men with heels on.
Yeah.
Y'all think that's cool. We worshiping Jay-Z, the $1 million boys, the $1 billion men. You got P. Diddy, all these men that we worship over the Most High. The Most High's rules and regulations. Now we worship after money, clothes, cars, and an image.
Money, money, hoes, and clothes, all the nigga knows. That's all y'all know, man. That's all y'all want to know. Because you worshiping the man. You on your Instagram, you see P. Diddy got something, you want to go out there and kill yourself to get it. Right. You want to go out there and commit spiritual suicide to get what he got. Because he committed spiritual suicide. They talk about Puffy. Oh my God, I was reading something about Puffy, or listening to some interview of some woman, she was talking about, she accidentally walked into like one of the offices, like Andre Harrell or something like that. And Puffy was on his knees, topping this man off. Yeah, and that was as an intern. That was as like the little bag boy, or whatever the hell he was. You know, he had to sell his soul to get where he at. You willing to sell your soul?
Yeah. How much does your soul cost?
How much is your soul worth? You willing to give up your entire soul for what Puffy got? Because y'all don't even know how Puffy attained. Puffy and all these famous people that y'all follow and watch and worship Beyonce. And if you could imagine what Beyonce's done to get where Beyonce's at. Come on, man. Y'all know what these dudes do to these chicks out here in these streets. Feces and drinking pee and doing all that. Take it up some notches. What's up, man?
Spirit cooking.
What's that? What is spirit cooking? What?
I don't even want to really go into that, but yeah, it's
No.
It's a mixture of.
You might not be a homosexual, but you're gonna get exposed as one.
That's why that African Bambaataa is coming out now.
Yeah.
That whole thing about the hip hop industry.
Yeah.
And they were saying that he basically started his gateway to the hip hop. I was getting into
because he was molesting children, right?
Yeah, he was. And
yeah.
Actually, a guy came out about that and he went deep about his.
Mark was doing some thing. The brat.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator.
Go ahead.
Who is blessed forever. Amen.
Go ahead.
For
verse 38. Stop doing what the scriptures say. He said, what's the natural use of a woman? Right. To have babies. But yeah, a woman was created to give life. But how can she do that when she's laid up with another woman? Oh, we can just go get artificially inseminated. Yeah, that's against nature. You're still doing things that are unseemly. Go ahead.
Verse 27. And likewise also the men leaving the natural use of a woman.
See, the men, they left the natural use of a woman, read.
Burned in their lust.
Yeah, since now you don't want to deal with the women, now you lusted. So gone from the way y'all know about that. Y'all heard, who was that singer? George Michael. A lot of weirdness, man. A lot of things that you just like, why? Why do that? You hear about places where men would like stick their penises into the wall. Shit. I'm like, wow, that's wild though. Just wait and see what happens. See, the Bible right here is plainly telling you that it's not accepted. Go ahead.
Men with men.
Men with what?
Men with men.
Go ahead.
Working that.
Yeah, Black Dictionary in the back, please.
It's unsafe for a man.
Please, Christian.
Right. The natural. I like looking at these words.
Indecorous, indecent.
Indecent. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was
That's it?
That adjective, indecently, unbecomingly.
I got not proper. It's not the proper way to do things, right? Or inappropriate, or not appropriate. See, this is inappropriate according to the Most High. Go ahead. Read on, Ray.
And receiving.
It's for sexual error. But listen, the Most High says you can do whatever you want with whoever you want. because it's not there, they don't gotta live by it, or it ain't gonna happen. Right. But as we read, who changed the truth of God into a lie? You know, I was just listening to a class that was done like 3 years ago, the brothers in San Antonio. Got like 50. That was 6 years ago. I can only imagine. Be held accountable. The covetous, the thieves, the liars, the effeminate, the homosexuals, all that. They didn't want to retain the Most High in their knowledge. Go ahead.
God gave them over to a reprobate mind.
Right, a reprobate mind, meaning they don't want to be, they can't be reached. They're at the point where they just start rejecting the scriptures and rejecting the.
To do those things which.
See, what the scripture we read earlier said, no one.
Not placeable, not to be appeased or pacified.
Right, you can't be satisfied, man. See, that lust is burning in you. That lust to do things that are unseemly, that's burning in you. You can't stop. You can't be pacified. We're back. Hey, sorry for the if there was an interruption in the feed. I wonder if it's. Hey, do you have a little fan?
Is this what's on it?
No, I was gonna say, can you put it?
By the.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, please, sis. No, that one shut up on us. It got hot in here. Yeah, you're implaceable. No, I'm just gonna hit this and then. What verse you at?
Last.
Go ahead.
32, verse 32.
Who
knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same.
They're worthy of what?
Worthy of death.
Say it again.
Worthy of death.
Go ahead.
Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
Right. So even the people that don't do it, if you have pleasure in the ones that are committing all these acts, the proud, the boasters, the inventors of evil, disobedient to parents. Think about it. Disobedient to parents. You know, when we go to the Old Testament, it talks about that disobedient son. What happened to him? Take him in front of the congregation, and they stoned him. We ain't doing that today, obviously, but look, Most High said they worthy of death. Because you're not giving honor to the ones that created you, that brought you up. So yeah, gotta hit that Romans. Yeah. I'll show you that. Let's see here. Right, but now so long in this captivity, I'm pleading for our Maker's mercy upon me in these days that I endure long suffering. Yeah, that's what it's going to be about. At the end of the day, man, it's going to be the Most High's mercy, long suffering. That's going to get us through. But we got to do our part as far as studying and being an example for our brothers and sisters. That good example. But I have not received the love of this captivity. I hate it. I'm giving up my rewarding for this man-made faction we are living dead in. Not going to happen. I want what I have been promised of, and they have nothing in equivalent measure to offer me but illusions of captivity. Yeah, I mean, the whole point is to keep you. The whole point is to keep you captive. That's what this society is about. Think about it. We built it, and we technically run this society. We spend the most money in this society. As a people, we do all these things. If the black man just said, you know what, I ain't gonna spend money for a day, this place will probably crumble in one day. If he said, I ain't gonna buy no gas for a whole 24 hours, this place will probably crumble. They probably have a surplus of oil. Because niggas always want to ride around. They always spending like $5 on gas every other hour. Right? But imagine if we said, look, we ain't gonna shop, we ain't gonna spend no money for 3 days, 4 days. Let's do 7 whole days. Man, hey, lose their minds. Because when you look at it, we have the grip on this, we have the grip on our captivity. We just don't want to do it. We scared. We like scared little children that know we should do better, but we don't. We know what we can do. We talk about it, but when it comes to putting it in action, you're always going to have that one section of coons that don't want to separate, that don't want to do what needs to be done. I love my master. Stockholm Syndrome. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get up out of it when 5 out of 10 people want to stay in it. 5 out of 10 brothers and sisters love their captivity because my job, my $7 an hour, I can't lose that. You know, my job, my good job, my car, my house, all my possessions. I can't give those things up. So I got to just stay captive. That's the problem. We love the creature more than the creator. We don't want to put God into our knowledge, and we're always going to be in captivity until we start putting the Most High in everything that we do. Start giving the glory to the Most High. Start using His knowledge to lift us out of the captivity. Y'all get that?
On.
Con. Any questions in here so far?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Where does God come from?
The brother's question is, where does God come from? What are Revelations? Do you have another question behind that?
Yes, I want to know, when everything is like in America, right now, we're supposed to be, or do we physically come out of America, or are we just talking about a spiritual thing? That was my second question.
Okay, so where does God come from? Hold on. Revelations 19 verse 6. I'm going to answer your question like this. No one knows where God comes from. No one knows where God comes from. Go to our Revelations 19 verse 6.
Revelations
Give me the definition of omnipotent. Go ahead, read.
Revelation chapter 19 verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And I heard as it were the voice of a great multitude.
Go ahead.
And as the voice of many waters. And as the voice of mighty thunderings. Saying, Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh, hallelujah. For the Lord God omnipotent.
Right, this is the point. The Most High is omnipotent. Right? So we're going to look up that word. What you got?
It shows omnipotence. Omnipotence. Unlimited.
He's what?
Unlimited.
Go ahead.
Or infinite power.
Infinite power. Go ahead.
Almighty power.
Almighty power.
And a true.
What was that last? An attribute. Point. The reason why where it comes from. No one knows where it comes from. You got something?
I have precept, Micah 2 verse 10. Read.
Let everybody get it. Yeah. When something is omnipotent, it's every, like I always like to use. Wait, what is it? Oh, he's talking about his other question. Yeah. Okay, we ain't gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Right. I'll let you bring it. But I was like to say that the Most High, He's everywhere and nowhere at once. What's that, Sister Mary?
He's the supreme being.
He's what?
Supreme being.
He's a supreme being. I be what I be, right? Yahweh, I be what I be. This is the thing. There's no way to box the Most High in and say this is where you came from. He's all. He's everything. He's omnipotent. He's in everything.
Because He looked at his shadow when He of man upon the earth. part when he created man.
Listen, the Most High said the earth is his footstool.
I need to get the chapter.
How can that come from? I mean, we don't know where the Most High come from. He is. That's the thing. He is. He don't have to come from anywhere. He's already is. He's in everything. He's the spirit of wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Wisdom is in everything. Right? Go to, we don't gotta go there. But you can't pinpoint something that's omnipotent and say, oh, this is where it started. This is where, because then, if the Most High came from somewhere, he can go back somewhere, right? If he started, that means he can end. If his power started somewhere, that means his power can end. His power just is. You see what I'm saying? So there's no scripture to say the Most High came from down the block to the right, make a left on Main Street. You see? But he's in heaven. We know that. But he's a power. Yeah. Yeah. See, a lot, you know, let me ask you this. Why did you ask that? Out of curiosity.
Oh, because that's a question I asked since I was a little kid.
Yeah. A lot of people have that question of, you know.
To a pastor one time.
Yeah, what did he say?
You know, he said, you got to go. When we die, we're going to find out when we die.
You might not even find that out. You might not even find that out. You know, but this is the thing. It's like, you know, the reason why I went to the scripture, though, is just to show you that it's hard to put a title. First of all, we don't even know we don't even know the name. And when I say we don't know the name, you know, we think that, or better yet, forget that, we don't know how to certain things. We don't even have that down. He says, when you praise me, watch. Yeah. What is it? Baruch 4, is it? But the Most High says even when we praise him, we don't do it enough. We don't do it the right way. So, where he come from, that should be the last thing. But just to show you that if we don't even worship him the right way and we have the Bible, the tools on how to do it, where he come from, man, we ain't never going to know that for a while until we get our praise down right. No. It's in... Ecclesiastes 43 and 30. Ecclesiastes 43 and 30. See, and this is the point. You ask where the Most High came from. We haven't even seen the Most High, right? Go to start at verse 30.
Oh, verse 30.
Ecclesiastes 43 and 30. You got apocrypha?
Oh, it's in apocryphy, not.
Yeah, it's not. That's Ecclesiastes.
Right.
He needs Ecclesiasticus. Does anybody got an apocrypha? Oh, you got one? Perfect. There he is. Yeah, page 97.
What chapter again?
It's Ecclesiasticus 43 and 30. Page 97. Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, read on.
It says, when ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can.
Go ahead.
For even yet will he far exceed.
Right. Even through all our praise and singing and prayers, he's far exceeded to where we don't even do it enough. Go ahead.
And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not worried.
Go ahead.
He can never go far enough.
Yeah, because we can't do enough to even match the glory of the Most High. Read verse 31.
Who has seen him?
Right. See, this is the question. Who has seen the Most High that we can say, listen, this is where he came from? I seen him come from down that way. Read.
That he might tell us.
Go ahead.
And who can magnify him as he is.
Right. We can't even magnify the Most High. We can't even conceptualize in our brains that he is. Think about that. Like, really let that sink in. When you say he is, it ain't that he's this or this, or he's in me or in you. He is. He is the breath you breathe, the blink of an eye. He is. The spin in your mind. He is. All of it. Everything. You see that?
One time I just opened my eyes and I looked in the mirror at myself and I'm like, this is like a miracle that I'm even here.
Think about it.
Where did I know where I came from.
Right.
I was told I came from. But where did
right.
came from?
Right. Because you got to think about that. Think about, how do you think about, they say we do things like subconsciously, like breathe, blink our eyes. No, we don't. That's the Most High, like blink, breathe, blink, breathe. Like, think about it. Because if we really look at it, without any wisdom or anything, we're base as hell. We're stupid. We do retarded things. We do child things. So our subconscious ain't telling us to blink and breathe. That's the Most High. That's how he set it up. Because if you had to think about blinking and breathing, your ass would be dead. If we had to think about breathing, we'd be dead, man. Or sitting there gasping for air because we got our mind on everything else. So you're trying to make it easy. But you got to think about little things like that, like blinking, like damn, the way your hair grows, your nails grow, you know, your body and what it does. It's like it couldn't create itself, not as great as it is, you know. But that's why the scriptures say, "Who have seen him that he may tell us."
Well, I studied in science that they said there was, they said a big bang.
Yeah, they say that.
Like how did nothing come out of? How did something
start from nothing?
From nothing.
It didn't.
And we're just right here. Everybody's here right now.
Right, and then we went from
in a dream, but we can feel stuff.
Right.
The only thing that keep me, but we're not in a dream.
We're not in a dream.
But they say that if you look at YouTube and stuff, they show that we've been visited supposedly by extraterrestrials.
Right.
They tell us we come from a cosmic constellation.
Oh, like different constellations or galaxies?
It's like the beginning. They try to tell us that that's what the beginning of everything is. And the pyramids were built based off of that constellation.
See, when they say that, it's like, how you know? You in here? That's the thing. It's like, who in there? Who been to that constellation? Y'all talking about like millions of light years away. How you even measure light years?
Orion is what it's called.
Orion, constellation Orion.
It's supposed to be the beginning of every planet. These aliens come up and they make formations to show us that this is where we come from. And the pyramids, the Great Pyramids.
Right, Giza.
Yeah, off the 3 stars in that constellation.
Yeah, they are. But that was us.
Yeah, that's what I believe. But I mean, like, why did we build them? Because they're trying to say we're trying to mimic the constellation. The aliens were trying to tell us so we would know forever where we came from.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, you know, I don't believe in, me personally, I don't believe in aliens. You know, I don't believe that there's
They
some...
said they found a black lady, 20 billion year old. Like,
Uh-huh.
you saw that?
No.
She got locks in her hair.
And she was an alien. Where they find her?
Hiding on the moon. They did Apollo 18.
Yeah, they never been to the moon.
That's what they saying.
They say a lot of things.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, no, they say a lot of things. Listen, they say you gotta go get radiation to kill cancer, right? They say you gotta get radiation to kill cancer, so you gotta destroy your immune system to get rid of a disease. You gotta destroy yourself to destroy yourself. But when you can just eat cancer away, they don't tell you all go get hyped up, a couple 100,000 milligrams of vitamin C will kill it. They don't tell you that. They tell you, look, you gotta give you radiation. You see, so the science and the wisdom, like we went into it. We read it earlier. The wisdom of this world is wickedness. It's foolishness with the Most High because they'll tell you these things, but that they've never done. You mean to tell me they know all about all the space all around us, but they've only explored 10% of the oceans? They don't even know what 10% of the oceans is about? See, it don't make sense. You're here on Earth and you can't tell me what's on Earth, but you can tell me what's off Earth? Hell nah. It don't make sense. It makes no sense at all. But that's the point. It's all to keep us in this mind trap. It's all to keep us wondering, but you know what it really is? To take us off the Most High. To take our eyes and make the Most High no longer omnipotent, but to now make him just a fable and a fairy tale. It goes back to that Romans that we just read. I'm going to read it one more time. Watch this. This is what it's supposed to do. When they come up with all the YouTube stuff and they found a Martian 20,000 million years old with dreads, so she's supposed to be a black Martian, right?
Romans 1 and 22.
This is what it's supposed to. This is what it does. Romans 1:25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshiped and served the creature more than the Creator. See, they want you to worship them more. They want to be like, yeah, we came with this extra knowledge that the Bible can't teach you. So worship us. Follow us. That's what it's about. But see, now you're taking the Most High out of your knowledge and putting their knowledge in and what they say. See, the knowledge of the Bible tells us that certain things didn't happen and that certain things can't happen. That there's certain things that we're limited to here on earth. So if I know what firmament is, and I know that the Most High encased the earth in firmament, it's hard, right? Firmament is hard. You look up the definition of firmament, and it's hard. Something that's firm is hard. How can you shoot anything past a firmament? You can't. So then now they'll tell you, you got the radiation belt that goes around the earth that nothing can pass through. They shoot, and then they'll show you. They'll do their little space launches. They get up there and they just blow up. Then all the other ones are like Hollywood little productions. So, you know, it's all to make the Most High no longer credible. It's all to take away the credit from the Bible, from the Most High, from the knowledge, and keep you in this wonderland of where did we come from? Who are we? Who is God? You know, it's like, who is God? Now you worried about that and not worried about, let me get my spirit right. That's what it's about. You worried about who is, I'm not saying you particularly, but you got people that, where did God come from? Well, if I don't know where God comes from, now I can't believe in him. See, because they forgot about the part about faith. They forgot about the substance of things hoped for but not seen. Who has seen God? No man has ever seen God. But see, you got to roll on faith also. And then you got to look at the things around you. You got to look at the flowers that grow. You're like, damn, who did that? A man couldn't do that. It had to be something. You got to look at the ocean, how it retracts on the beach, the tide. You got to look at that. Like, damn, but the Bible said that would happen. That the ocean knows when to stop and retract and not overflow. You got to look at the rainbow. We just read about earlier. The Bible said that would happen. There's a man like shining a light in the sky all the way from Earth and making a big rainbow, double rainbow sometimes. But they're trying to scientifically break it down like, well, yeah, because when the rain falls, then it reflects off the earth, then it makes all these colors, and then you got your primary colors because of the water and the way the wind hits it. I'm like, nah, the Bible said it would happen, so you could break it down scientifically. That don't matter to be cool. But you see what I'm saying? The Bible already said that the rainbow was going to happen and what it was for. And that's the point. We got to gravitate more towards, because yeah, I mean, wouldn't it be nice to know where the Most High came from? But then it's like, will we even be able to conceptualize that in our brains? We can't even conceptualize the kingdom of heaven. We can't even understand what the kingdom's about. How the hell we don't know where the Most High comes from and what he looks like and where he's at? We can't fathom the kingdom. Golden floors that you can see through, 3 gates with pearls. You can try to put that in. You can't even think about it. A simple angel, when it talks about the angel, 4 heads, 4 sets of wings, feet like a calf, right? 4 heads, a man, an ox, an eagle. What's the 4th?
A goat? I mean,
no.
An eagle, a man?
It got 4 heads. I'm going to go there real quick. It's Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 1. But think about it. We can barely conceptualize the angels. That's why they make them fat little white babies, because that's easier to swallow. With little bow and arrows, right? And a lion. Yeah, he had 4 heads. An ox, a man, an eagle, and a lion. You're like, how the hell does one man have 4 heads? And then you try to conceptualize it in your head, in your small little brain, that your brain can't even conceptualize brotherly love. It can't even conceptualize how to raise your children right, how to be there for your brother, how to be a good husband, a good wife. But you trying to break down how the angels look. And how, you see what I'm saying? You see where I'm getting at, though? The small things we can't even break down to ourselves. The big things we ain't going to be able to break down. Not until the Most High, yes, until he shows us, if he wants to, at an appointed time. But some things are just too high for us. I'm listening, Sister Mary. What's that?
He's the creator. And you remember when Jesus said you cannot get to the Father except through me.
Right.
He was the Word.
Right.
You got to get to Jesus.
Think about it. People still argue about what Christ looks like.
I really feel that I know God. You know, I can't say who is God.
Right.
I feel it.
Right.
When I was a little girl, I think I was about 9 years old, and I went to my auntie's house, and she had two pictures looking just alike.
Right.
With the, the long wavy hair and the blue eyes.
Yeah.
So I was just a little girl. I asked her, who was that? She said that was God. So when I asked her who was that, she said that was God. And then I asked her again, I said, who is that? She said that is God. Then I asked her again, she said, that is God. I said, and she said, little girl, if you don't stop asking me that, I'm going to take a shiny ball switch and whip you.
Damn.
But I cried because I went home and I said, all I wanted the man to do is tell me the truth.
Right. Right. Oh, what's going on with oh, you deleted all?
No, I just put him in timeout. He was just writing too much of that. He was teaching. I want you to go back and read all of it. So he'll come back up in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just putting stuff in about cremation and how his brother died. And anything to, I mean,
What's that?
that
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. As long as he ain't. So right. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, throw on it, Nathan. Yeah, Nathan. Yeah, throw on it for that. Sirach 43 and 30. Yeah, so, yeah, you can go there real quick.
And this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 21.
Well, we got to remember that, yeah, the Most High is omnipotent. We can't box him in. We can't name him. We can't praise him enough. We can't finger him. You know, we can't pigeonhole him, right? Because the Creator will never be greater than the creation. In this instance, you know, they say the student can become greater than the master. In this instance, it'll never happen. We'll never be greater than God in any realm. Read where you at.
Somebody want to get that? Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 21.
Come. Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee.
Yeah, it says, seek not out the things that are too hard for thee. And a lot of these, questions that pop up in our mind, the first question is, how does it benefit my life and somebody else? Because, yeah, we can understand how God was created, but what is that going to do? Is that going to make you work harder for your brother to understand the Most High's ways? Is that going to make you go out in the streets to pass out flies and wake up your people that are out here struggling on Section 8, working paycheck to paycheck, not understanding why they're struggling, why they're in this state of mind? Read.
Neither search the things that are above thy strength.
And there's a lot of things that we're not just going to know, just like the brother was saying. There's a lot of things that definitely that we'll get some understanding on, but the Most High gives us what we get. And when it comes to about his becoming, his being, it's not there. But, once again, the purpose of this book and what we do for our brothers is to enlighten them. To enlighten them of how to raise their family, to be brothers, to learn how to communicate. Because a lot of people that look out for these questions, listen, they can't even talk to another brother. They can't counsel. They can't even console when issues are going on. So go ahead and jump to verse 23.
23, come. Be not curious in unnecessary matters.
Now, I'm not saying that the Most High, where he come from, is unnecessary. But once again, we got to get the basics and understand what the Most High wants from us. We have to understand the Most High's thinking, his ways. And that's what we're trying to get to right now. What pleases the Most High? What puts us in a good grace with the Most High? What will allow the Most High to bless our lives and our families around us? Read.
For more things are shewed unto thee than men understand.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of deep sayings, a lot of deep proverbs in the Bible that we don't even know.
Think about what that's saying, though. It says there's more things that are shown to you that you can even fathom. Think about it. You see things that happen in the earth, and you like, what the hell? How did that? Think about her. I mean, and everybody's on this hurricane kick that they're man-made, ate harp, blah, blah, blah. Listen, Most High made those hurricanes at the end of the day. All right? The Most High made those hurricanes at the end of the day. And they did what they did. But you got to even think about that. When they show them from the sky, and it's just this perfect round circle, it's swallowing everything up. A damn ocean tornado. That's what I call them. It's like, damn. You got to think about that like, wow. How did that, and then obviously they bring the science behind it. The high pressure system with this much moisture, then the heat from the ocean, and then it spins counterclockwise because of the way the earth, and blah, 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 right? But then you got to sit back and just say, damn, that all started from one cloud. From like 3 rain clouds started that. Three thunderstorms started Irma, a Category 5 hurricane that went from Africa to America and ripped through Florida, the Bahamas, Barbuda, the Caribbean. I mean, come on. The Most High carried that. You see that? He carried that. It's like things like that. Like we see it, and then when we try to break everything down scientifically, we take away like the Most High did that. You know, and that's the thing. They try to scientifically justify everything, the Big Bang Theory. Yeah, how the hell does nothing start from something? How? You can't even put white paint on white paint and get a color. So how the hell does something start from nothing? White and white don't make black or any color. White and white don't make gray. White and white makes white continually. So how do you it's like how do you get these things? Because they'll tell you, everybody in the Bible from Genesis all the way to now was white. But it's like they were Egyptians. The Egyptians were white then too? Wait a minute. How? How does white make color? It didn't. You see, it's just little things like that. But like the scriptures say, the Most High shows us things on the daily to where we don't even think. We're so caught up in what we got to do and our emotions and what we got going on, we miss it. We miss the things that the Most High tries to show us just through nature. Just through nature. When you look at nature and you study like Solomon, he was able to study the ants and all the flowers and things like that. He was picking up on the Most High and how the Most High works. That's what he was doing. It wasn't just studying ants just to study them. He was like, damn, okay. The Most High created this little thing and they do this amazing work. Look at how the ants community and the thing. I mean, think about it. How does a little ass ant lift 500 times its weight?
Yes.
How? How come we can't lift 500 times our weight, or even we 200 pounds? It shows us these things, and it's like we miss it because. No, that's kind of going to something else. Yeah. Let me see something. Did you have another question about?
The second question was just are we supposed to leave out of America physically?
Christian, ready? Where you at?
Micah 2, verse 10.
Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Well, let me ask you this. You're asking, should we leave out of America? Is it a spiritual leaving or a physical leaving?
Yeah, I was talking to somebody and we were talking about it, discussing it, and they were saying that it may be a spiritual, not leaving physically. But I'm ready to leave physically. Yeah.
But where are we gonna go?
See,
and that's the thing because this, huh?
Let's go. Do this.
Where you at? Where you at? Micah 2 and 10?
Gun. Or
Go,
you trying to look for Revelations 1?
Let's go to Revelations first.
Gun.
Go to Revelations. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, hold that. Yeah, hold that. Go to Revelations. You got it, Christian? I got you. It's Revelations. Yeah, it's not, yeah. 11 now, right? What I want, this is not your rest. Where's that? It's Revelations. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Revelations 18 and verse 4.
Come.
Revelation chapter 18 and 4. So I'm going to say this. The leaving is not physical. And I'm going to show it to you like this. The reason why it's not physical, because let's say, okay, so we know the Bible, right? We're all getting the Bible. So are we supposed to, now that we got it, just pick up and leave? What about the ones that don't have it? How are they going to get taught? Just online? Nah, we got to stay here and go through it. And I'll show you through the scriptures. But read. Revelation 18 and 4. Go ahead.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Go ahead.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
Right, so we got to come out of, when they say come out of here, yeah, we got to come out of America. But the way we do it, we're not supposed to be partaking in her sins and her ways. Keeping the holidays that they keep, Christmas, Easter, New Year's, 4th of July, when we were slaves anyway. We're not supposed to be partaking in their sins. Right? The drug dealing, the homosexuality, the killing. You got Chicago, it is out there just murdering each other. Right? We're not supposed to be partaking in what this country has to offer. Right? Read on.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
And you do what?
Receive not of her plagues.
Right, because you don't want to receive of her plagues. Read.
For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Yeah, because the sins of this world, listen, America is filthy. But guess what? Every other country is following in its footsteps. This is big brother to a bunch of little brothers that are just grimy as hell too. So no matter where we go, we're going to have to deal with some type of tribulation, some form of, there's going to be some sin always in our face. No matter where we go. There's killing everywhere. There's murdering everywhere. There's false doctrine everywhere. There's homosexuals in every country. If they try to hide it or not, it's there. So no matter where we go, we still got to live this Bible. So leaving out of America, no. Go to, you finish?
Oh, no, I have a little bit.
What's the bad? Read on.
And Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities.
And the Most High is going to remember the iniquities of this nation. From there, go to Isaiah. Go to Isaiah chapter 11. And verse 11. Yeah, you can start at verse 11. Go ahead.
Everybody got it?
Yeah, let everybody get that. See, this right here shows that this prophecy can't come, this is a future prophecy. It's not going to happen, right? This future prophecy can't happen if we all scatter to, there was a sister online telling everybody how to move to Peru. It's like, why? That's supposed to be like the Holy Land, but then the funniest part is she's moving from Peru back to America. It's the world, yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about, sis? Peru? Like, where'd you get that from? Yeah, she on Facebook like, oh, leave Peru because, I'm like, yeah, because you can't run from these curses that we under. You can't run from captivity until Christ comes. Yeah, go there real quick. Go to, where you at?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45.
Get that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28.
See, this is our problem. We're trying to run from something that we can't run from.
Yeah, hey, start at verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
So we're understanding already, dealing with running and dealing with these curses. We're talking about the 12 tribes right here on the sign. So-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American. We're the ones under all these curses. So read verse 15.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Yeah, so the Most High said, we don't listen to him, we don't listen to his statutes, what he gave us to do, his laws, his way of living, way of eating, way of dealing with each other. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day.
Read.
That all these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
Say it again.
All these curses.
Read.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Yeah, so the Most High said all these curses that we read now from Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15 will come upon us. And that's how you know that we're the chosen people. But let's jump to 45 for those that think that they can run from the Most High, just like we did back in the day. The 10 tribes, or the northern kingdom, right? They tried to run. But the Most High still caught them right here in America. But read that verse 45.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee.
And shall do what?
Pursue thee.
Read.
And overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
Yeah, until thou be what?
Destroyed.
The Most High, listen.
It says it's going to pursue us, right?
Huh?
Yeah, it's going to chase you down. That no matter where you go. Go ahead.
Come, read.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because we haven't listened to the voice of the Most High. So it don't matter where we go to listen. We can run to Egypt. We can run back to Jerusalem, where they got the little settlement at. Huh? Oh, you can go to Africa. Listen, they call you katas out there in Africa. They know we're not the same. We got a business in the mall. We have a lot of Nigerians slide through. And I hit them with that sometimes. Like, I know y'all call us katas. They start laughing. They be like, dang, how'd you know that? See, but what I already understand is that I'm not their people. And they understand that as well. But see, but the so-called, so-called Negro here, we think we're African, but we're not. So wherever we run to, it don't matter if we go to Mexico, we can go to Israel, we can go to Germany. Read it again.
Come.
That all these what?
Curses shall pursue thee.
Yeah, these curses will still be there. No matter if you go to Japan, they look at you crazy. You can put on your Yokomoto, your sandals, have your little samurai stick. You still is a nigga. Or so-called Negro, as they call us. Read.
Come, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
Finish it.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he command thee.
Right, now go to Isaiah 11 and verse 11. See, this is how we know that for one, Deuteronomy tells us no matter where we go, we're going to be under the curses. Doesn't matter what land we're in. We got brothers out in India right now that's teaching they're Hebrew, they're Israelites. But what it is, their family was taken in slavery. Check this out. Their family was taken in slavery to India generations ago. And they're like fourth generation. But they live in a certain part of India where they look at them as niggas. Right. They treat them just like how white folks treat us. The Indians there treat them different because they know they're not Indians. They know they think that they're Africans, but these dudes know that they're Hebrews because they were taken in as slavery.
Now they do have a place in South Africa where black people are becoming very well-to-do, and the white people are now feel like how we feel here.
Yeah, they're doing genocide out there. They're killing the white folks in South Africa. It's reverse genocide. Yeah, the white people are like on the internet crying like, they're killing us. It's like, well, you did it first.
They don't have no money. They want to go back to Europe.
Yeah. But it's like, well, you did it first. Scriptures say you lead into captivity, you should be led into captivity.
No, you killed by the sword.
He that killed by the sword shall be killed by the sword. That's back in Revelation.
So are you saying we're going to end up going back to that?
What do you mean?
We're going to be slave masters?
Well, let me finish this. Let me finish this real quick, and then we'll go back to that. Go read Isaiah 11 and verse 11.
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in that day,
right,
that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
Right. So this is after we go through the destruction, and the Most High got to come a second time and gather us. There's already going to be something that's gathered. He got to come and gather us again, right? Read on.
Which shall be left from Assyria.
From where?
From Assyria.
So the Israelites are going to be where?
In Assyria.
Read.
And from Egypt.
From Egypt. Go ahead.
And from Patros.
Which is another part of Egypt. That's the upper part of Egypt. Read on.
And from Cush.
Cush. That's Ethiopia. Read on.
And from Elam.
Elam. That's India. Go ahead.
And from Shinar.
Shinar. Let's look that up Let's locate that real quick. That's Iraq. You see that? So we got people in Shinar, which is Iraq.
Really kind of throw them off, like in the outskirts.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, read on.
And from Hamath?
Hamath, that's Turkey. That's actually Syria. Right? Right next to Turkey. Lebanon, in between Lebanon, Damascus, Turkey. Right? Go ahead.
And from the islands of the sea.
Yeah, so our people are everywhere. And see, this particular prophecy was showing that our people are gathered from everywhere. You see that? So, I mean, there's no need to run. You might as well stay here, deal with what you got to deal with, get right. It's actually, this is the point, and this is the thing. It's easier here. You got more resources here. You run so, I mean, like, we build it in Trinidad, right? That's only 6 hours away, but it's a little bit harder resource-wise. It's not the same. So it's easier here to build, get the word, and do what you got to do from here. Because look, we reached our brothers in Trinidad from here. You see that? Now, we were able to go there. It's just more resourceful, if you look at it like that. Now, you said something else about slave masters. Or is going to return back to that? Go back to Revelation. Yeah, Revelation 13 and 9. Yeah, the roles will reverse. Because this is not how it was intended to be from the beginning. Before you go to Revelation, go to Genesis. What's that? What is the problem? No. I want to go to Revelations. Hold on. What's that? 25. Go to Genesis 1 and 26. 26. Yeah. See, this is how it was supposed to be in the beginning. Read that. Genesis 1 and 26.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image.
So the Most High said, let us make man in our image. How are we made in the image of God? Through the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding. That's how we're made in the Most High's image. Read on.
After our likeness.
Go ahead.
And let them have dominion.
Have what?
Have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth.
Yeah, see, we're supposed to have dominion. We're supposed to dominate everything. This was Adam, right? Adam will be a so-called black man. Let's see here. I just like looking words up because I do. Yeah, dominion means sovereignty or control. Yeah, control. You had control over everything. Adam was supposed to have control over other men. The whole earth was under Adam's control, and it was at a time until obviously, Adam and Eve, she did the sin. So we had control, we had dominion. And then through our disobedience, when you read through Deuteronomy, through our disobedience, we lost all that. Now we have to be enslaved in many captivities up until now. Now let's jump back to Revelation.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. Actually, start at verse 9. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9.
Come.
If you can say con is saying that you're there, but that you're agreeing on whatever's being said.
Con means yes in Hebrew. Con, K-A-N, yes. It means yes in Hebrew. Go ahead, read that. Revelation 13, verse 9.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Right. If you can understand what this is saying, understand. Read on.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Yeah. He that leads into captivity is going to be going into captivity. Read on.
He that killeth with the sword.
Which, that's what happened to our people. They rounded us up with them guns. All that. They killed us with the sword, the modern day gun. Read.
Must be killed with the sword.
Go ahead.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
See, this is the patience and the faith of the saints. Go to Isaiah 40, just to show you who the saints are. Go to Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 8. See, the saints of the Most High. This is our patience and our faith. That we know that the things that were done to us is going to be done to the people that did it to us. But this is the thing. We ain't going to be raping them. We ain't going to be cutting their babies out their stomach or hanging them from trees. We're not going to be cutting their breasts off. We're not going to be castrating their men. That's not what we're going to do. They're going to build a kingdom, and they're going to be servants. That's it. Every kingdom needs servants, right? God. Yeah. So they're going to be in a righteous slavery. It ain't going to be like the way they did it to us where, you know, when I was reading something, the dude was talking about, I think it was, what is it, Kunta Kinte? What is that? What's that movie?
Oh, you're talking about Roots.
Roots. When you talk about you get 147 lashes if you break something, I was like, what? Yeah, the Bible talk about like 40 lashes, spear 3. You talk about 147 lashes, that's unjust. See, we're going to have a righteous dominion. Read where you at.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 8.
Go ahead.
But thou, Israel,
By who?
But thou art Israel, art my servant.
They're what?
My servant.
Read on.
Jacob, whom I have chosen.
Right, so Jacob, the forefathers of the 12 tribes. So Israel is the servant of the Most High. We're the true servants. So it's not everybody, right? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. They're the true servants of God. We're the lost children of Israel. Go to Isaiah chapter 60 real quick, and we're going to show you. For the nation that don't want to bow down and serve, this is what's going to happen. Go there real quick.
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 11.
Go ahead.
Start at verse 10.
Verse 10.
And
the sons of strangers shall build up thy wall.
Right, so the sons of strangers is going to build up the wall. This is talking about the restoration of the kingdom here on earth, right? So the sons of strangers, these other nations, they're going to build up our walls. Read.
The kings shall minister unto thee.
And their kings are going to minister unto us. Go ahead.
For in my wrath I smote thee, but
in the Most High's wrath, he smote us. He put us through the captivity. He got us in captivity now. Read on.
But in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
But see, the mercy is going to come when we get the kingdom back. Read.
Therefore thy gates shall be open continually.
Right, so the gates that they build up for us, they're going to be open continually. Go ahead.
They shall not be shut day nor night.
Read on.
That the men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
Right, that they're going to bring the forces. That's the riches of the Gentiles, the other nations. They're going to bring whatever makes a nation rich and keeps them in power, they're going to bring it to us. Their gold, their riches, their everything. Go ahead.
And their kings may be brought.
And their kings are going to be brought. Right? Their kings are going to be brought to us. Why? Because we're going to now sit in front of their kings and say, listen, you're going to bow down to the laws of Christ. And they're either going to say yes or no. When they say no, read on.
For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee,
go ahead,
shall perish.
Shall what?
Shall perish.
Go ahead.
Yet those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Go to Luke 19 and 20. See, these nations are going to be utterly wasted. You know what's crazy? I was reading this the other day. I think we were in Sabbath class. We bring that king, right? We let him know this is what it's going to be. It's up to that king. If he says yes or no, he's basically, his whole nation is dependent on him. It's up to that man. You bring the president of damn Iran over and say, listen, bro, you going to bow down to the law. You ain't no Muslim no more. You ain't no Muslim. You going to bow down to Christ. He say no, all his people are cut off. The whole nation of Iraq done. We're going to go to,
No, what was that verse? As a king, so are the servants.
yeah, as a king, so are his officers. Yeah. But see, he's going to represent his people. That's why we're going to bring these kings in. So we're going to say, listen, man, you ain't no Muslim no more. You ain't worshiping Allah. You ain't marching around a cobblestone. This is how you going to dress. This is how you going to act. This is what you going to do. I ain't doing that. Well, go to Luke 17 and 20.
27.
Luke chapter 19, verse 27.
Go ahead.
But those my enemies, which
See, now because they don't want to follow Christ, they become a what?
But those my enemies.
They become a what?
Enemies.
Go ahead.
Which would not that I should reign over them.
Yeah, see, they don't want Christ to reign over them. They don't want the true worshipers to reign. Read.
Bring hither and slay them before me.
You see that? We're going to bring them in front of Christ and slay them.
And that's actually Christ saying that.
Yeah, they're going to get slayed. See, it takes away all that God is only love, God just loves every nation. Hell nah. If he loved every nation, why is he saying, if they ain't going to bow down to me, kill them? You see that? So, yes, we are going to be back in our true established rulership. We are going to be back in our true established rulership. And to be able to run a kingdom, you have to have servants to serve you, to build it. We ain't going to build our own kingdom. Think about it. Who built this kingdom? And are we not servants in it still to this day? Yeah. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians built this establishment off of their own backs, blood, sweat, and tears. And then they became slaves to it. We still slaves to it. So the roles are going to reverse, man. The roles are definitely going to reverse. What time is it, 9? Hey, I want to hit this class. You got any more questions, though? You good? All right, we got any questions on? A lot of comments. Okay. We'll look at the comments a little later. I just want to hop into this class. We got an hour. Basically, want to talk about investments. What do we put our investments in? Okay. A lot of us, think about it. In the world, they tell you to invest properly, right? And you got an investment broker. And what does he do? He tells you, you put your money here. You put your money here. You invest properly for your future, right? So we got to look at now our spiritual investments and what our spiritual investments do and how we hinder those investments, right? So somebody get me. We go get there real quick. Somebody get me Matthew chapter 6 in verse 33. And this is a simple class, nothing like super deep. Simple little class, man, just to edify a few points and just to refresh our minds on certain things. Read that, Matthew chapter 6 and verse 33.
Matthew 6, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God.
Go ahead.
And his righteousness.
Right.
And all these things shall be added unto you.
Right, Sean says. So the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Obviously, when you read up, it's talking about give no thought for tomorrow, what we shall eat, what we shall drink, right? Because it's telling us, you got to seek the kingdom first. But see, this is the thing. What is the kingdom? Who knows? What is the kingdom? Anybody know? Go to Luke. You said what? I might even, let me see. Yeah. Somebody go to Luke 17 and verse 21. What's that?
Is it invest in our comments of others? Like you said, last class.
Right, when I spoke with y'all, right? Yeah, but and this is where I'm getting, and this is basically a little more in depth into what we talked about Sunday. But we went through this with y'all, yeah. It's about, the kingdom is about investing into one another, because the Bible is going to tell us that the kingdom is with us, is within you, right? So now that we know that, where should we where should we put our investments? What should we be investing in? Into one another, right? Read that, Luke 17, and verse, you can start at verse 21. Uh-huh.
Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there. For behold, the kingdom of God is within you.
Go read, start at verse 20, I'm sorry. Yeah, just to bring out a point, go ahead.
And when he demanded of the Pharisees, when the kingdom of God should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of God cometh not with observation.
Yeah, see, the Pharisees, they were all up on Christ. Like, listen, bro, where is the kingdom? Where is the kingdom at? Even the apostles, they asked, when you read in Acts, will you at this time restore the kingdom again to Israel? Right? But see, the Pharisees were like, listen, where is this kingdom? Where is it at, bruh? But he said, listen, the kingdom don't come by observation. You ain't going to just see it. You ain't going to be able to say, oh, it's down the street to the left and hang a right. No. Read on.
Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there.
Yeah, it's not over there or over here. Read.
For behold, the kingdom of God is within you.
The kingdom of God is within us. It's within oneself. So what should we be investing in? When it says seek ye first the kingdom, what is the method that we should be doing? Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Yeah. Hey, come back and see us, man, anytime. All right? The kingdom, you should be seeking to better yourself so that you can better others. You get yourself right, and then now you invest the same things that were invested into you, into the next man, and into the next man, and into the next man. That makes sense? Go to this 1 Corinthians 10 and 24.
First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 24.
Go ahead.
Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth.
Yeah, see, we're not supposed to be seeking our own wealth, but we're supposed to be seeking others' wealth. So is it telling us to be covetous? Because is it talking about wealth like in money? What's it talking about when it talks about wealth?
That person's spirit.
That person's spirit, what else?
That person needs.
Right, go to Corinthians, I think you're there. Jump down to verse 33.
Even as 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 33.
Right.
Even as I please all men in all things, not seeking my own profit.
Yeah, see, we're supposed to be looking at Paul was saying we're not seeking our own profitability and the things that we profit in. We're not seeking our own gain. Go ahead.
But the profit of many.
But the profit of what?
Of many.
Go ahead.
That they may be saved.
Right. See, we're supposed to be seeking the profit of other brothers and sisters. And sisters especially. I mean, this is a sisters class, but you know, I'm gonna hit it both ways. We're supposed to be seeking the profit of many to their salvation. That's the key. This is how we do it. Go to 1 Corinthians 12 and verse 22.
1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 22.
Right. See, we got to remember that once you come in, you learn the Bible, you're supposed to use the things that were shown to you to benefit others. Let me ask y'all a question in here. Who in here, when they first walked through these doors, knew what they were getting into? Well, you knew. Who knew? Who really knew, like, this is what it was about? Did you know, Camilla? You didn't know, right? Right? Exandria? Right? No one knew. No one knew what they were getting into when they walked into these doors. When you walk into a school, a Hebrew Israelite break it down and No one knew they were walking in. And they decided to stick around. Intentions were different. Your intentions were different. But as you learn and grow, your intentions are supposed to change. You got some women that came in for a man, right? But if they stuck around longer than 6 months, a year, then what's supposed to happen? Your intention changes from that man to now let me serve Christ. And if I'm serving Christ the right way, I'm serving my man. You got some brothers that came in for another brother. And a lot of those brothers don't stick around because they're man-pleasing, and because when they are required, what happens? They peel off. They're like, well, I didn't sign up for this. But then you got those few that say, well, damn, I came in because my cousin was in, and my brother and them was in, right? But then they say, well, damn, this is about the Bible. This is what it's about. And your intention changed from, I'm here to change. I'm here to change others. Read where you at.
1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 22. Nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble, right, are necessary.
Right. See, the thing is, we get the misconception that the members of the body, once we get to a position in ourselves of strength, we start looking down at the people that are below us as far as spiritual. We look like, man, they wicked, they just don't get it. You know, there's nothing I can do for them. But see, they're needed also. Read on.
Verse 23. And those members of the body which we think to be less honorable upon these.
Yeah, see, we think that they're less honorable because they're maybe not living up to the job right away. They're not holding a certain standard. They're not doing things the way you think it should be done. Go ahead.
Upon these we bestow more abundant honor.
See, we're supposed to be giving more honor to them. That abundant honor, when you have something in abundance, you got that overflow. You're supposed to be bestowing more abundant honor on them. This is how we get to the kingdom. This is how we build the kingdom. You build the brothers and sisters that you think they ain't never going to get it or they don't want to get it. Nah, you put more honor into them. You put more work into them. Go ahead.
And our uncomely parts.
And our parts that don't seem to be beautiful. You got that ugly little pinky toe? Come on, man. I got that ugly pinky toe. With the nail halfway hanging off. Well, there's some sisters, there's even brothers that got that pinky toe with the nail that's like, they ain't got no nail. Yeah, you're supposed to shave him down. If you're a sister, shave him up, right? And paint him too. Don't forget the pinky nail. Even if you got no nail, paint the skin. Make him look beautiful, right? It's an uncomely part. Go ahead.
And our comely parts have more abundant comeliness.
Right, so that these comely parts can be even more beautified in glory. This is how you get your glory if you're a so-called comely part. You get it by giving more glory to the uncomely parts. This is how you build the kingdom better in you. Go ahead.
For our comely parts have no need, but God hath tempered the body together, having given more abundant honor to that part which lacketh.
Yeah, we're supposed to give the... What was up?
No, I like that because, read that last precept.
Which, having given more abundant honor to that part which lacked.
The whole part about it is that we all lacked.
Right, we all still lack. We lacked when we came in.
Right.
Somebody had to do what? Someone had to teach us. They had to bestow that honor on us. You came in with your niggerisms, your bad manners, your bad habits. Somebody had to show you, like, nah, sis, that's not how we roll over here. We cover our heads, we pray to the east. We ain't talking about other people's households. We ain't doing none of that, right? Because that's not what we do. Somebody had to bestow that honor on you. Somebody had to take the time out of their schedule to say, listen, sis, listen, brother, that's not how we talk to sisters, right? We don't disrespect our sisters. We talk to them. We season our conversation with salt, so we know how to answer, right? Like the scriptures say. You know, you got the brothers are feminine as hell, and he want to be around you. Show him out, bro. You got to man the hell up. You got to go gird up your loins, right? A sister's being too manly. She got that masculine spirit on her, like half these women do. What you got to do? You got to show her, like, nah, sis, that's not how we act. That's not how a sister would act. You gotta get out of man mode. You gotta put on your sisterhood. And we gotta guide them through it. Ain't just telling them, right? We gotta take the time out to be that example. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 25. That there should be no schism in the body.
Right. Look up the word schism. Right? The word schism is split or division. That way there's no division in the body. That way, at the end of the day, think about it. The whole body is tempered together to complete a mission. You can't do a mission without having parts of your body. At the end of the day, every part of your body is equal. There's no part that's really greater. They just have different job functions. Your brain thinks and gets everything else moving. Your blood, your heart pumps the blood for your limbs to even have life. You know, no part is greater than the other. Because your heart can't pump blood. Right? Oh, excuse me, your brain can't pump blood. Right. But you can't move unless your brain sends the signals to the heart, to the body. You see that? So it's really about getting all the body parts to this equality. That's what it's about. It's about getting all the members of the body to an equality. If we're really looking for the kingdom, this is where we're supposed to invest our time. Our efforts is in one another. Did you finish that? What verse you at?
Verse 25. But that the members should have the same care one for another.
Yeah, all the members of this body should have all the same care. No one should lack. If we're all doing our jobs right, if we're all invested into one another, no one's going to be lacking. Y'all get that? Read on.
For verse 26. And whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it.
Yeah, think about it. Think about this, man. You ever get it where, like, you hit your elbow and you get pain in your elbow and your whole body just start hurting? Or your stomach hurt, your whole body just shuts down? Right. You got a headache, the whole body is just like, man, I give up. Right. Yeah, if one of us suffer, we all supposed to suffer. What were you going to say?
No, I was just thinking about just the body itself, like you were saying. Like, listen, go blind in one eye, see what happened.
Yeah.
Or one of your hands, listen, let your pinky go numb and see if you can pick up something with 4 fingers.
Listen, I was getting some pains in my arm yesterday. It was weird. I get these pains sometimes, like in my hands. They're not even pains. It's almost to where I can't make a fist. Right. I can make a real good fist now, but I get this throbbing in my joints where I can't. Huh? I don't know what it is. I get them here. I get them here. I get them in I get like these joint pains to where I can't make a nice tight fist, or my elbows will hurt. Yeah. But this is the thing, it'd be affecting my whole body, dude. I'd be sitting there like, oh my God, I'm breaking down, and I just want to just lay there. Because one little pain, man, and the whole body suffers. It shouldn't be like that. But the whole body is connected. That's the whole thing. Everything's connected. Your body goes through it, the whole body is going through it. Your feet hurt, your back's going to hurt. Legs sore as hell, your neck going to hurt. You sleep wrong in the bed, and you get that crick neck, you walking funny. Now your knees gonna hurt. The whole body is affected when there's a division. That's the point. The division comes when a member of the body decides, I no longer want to invest. That's where the body starts to hurt. See, we're gonna go into that about the pride, because there's the pride in a man. That's the pride in a woman. Where she's like, I no longer want to invest in the body. I no longer want to invest in the care of the body and making sure the body functions correctly. Right? Did you finish that?
All the members suffer with it.
Yep.
Or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it.
You see that as an honor? All the members rejoice. Your body, when you feeling good, your whole body, when you got that clear head, your whole body is functioning right. But when you just cloudy, all the ailments and pains, you got to see it. When the head ain't moving right, the rest of the body is going to follow whatever the head's doing. So if your head is telling you one thing, like they say, the spirit's able, but the body's able, with the mind, what is it? What is it? The mind is willing, but the body's not able? Right. Because why? The mind sometimes is willing, but if the mind ain't right, the body definitely ain't gonna be right. Sometimes the body is just not capable of the thoughts that come up. I know for a fact I can't get back on no court and play ball like I was 17. Now at my age, that was 20 years ago. I mean, I still might have. Let me chill. I haven't been on the court in so long. I don't know what skills I got. I used to be nice. I used to ball. I used to be nice, not toot my own horn or nothing like that. But I used to get it in every single day. I used to play ball. I used to do my thing, dunking on cats, alley-oops, all that. Cross the cat over, break his ankles. I might try to cross somebody over tomorrow and break my own ankles. Because the mind is willing, with the body, I'm dreaming about that, playing ball still. Like, man, I had a dream I was dunking. Try to get on that court. The mind thinks, but the body is like, hell nah, bro. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. See, but if I work the body to where the mind's at, I might be able to do it again. You gotta work the body. But see, the body has to say, let me do that. Let me put myself through the rigmarole. But if there's a breakage between the head and the body or any of the body parts, if there's a schism, the body will never catch up. So you got to invest into your body. You got to invest into those parts. You want to get buff biceps, right? It's like me. What's the one thing when we go work out? What do you always tell me I got to work on when it comes to lifting weights and push-ups and all that? My wrists. Oh, yeah, you say my wrists are weak. Oh, yeah. I got bad joint. I don't know. I think I got like joint pain or something. My wrists are weak. So I got to hit that bar, right? My wrist will give up before my actual biceps or arms go out. My wrist will break down. So what I got to do? I got to take the time to work on my wrist so my arms can get buff. You want to get buff, right? Big workout. You know how big workout? Yeah, big workout. You want to get your chest so big, right? But see, the reason, what do y'all think? Why do y'all think we invest? Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that when y'all invest into the next brother next to y'all or the sister next to y'all that it's a waste? Does anybody in here think that? Because it's not. It's not a waste. I'm going to show you how. Go to 2 Corinthians 8 and 14. It's not a waste. You know where a lot of people go wrong? Where they say, well, I don't want to invest into this person or this brother or this sister. Because they're looking at what they can get back right away. We're in that right away mode where we shouldn't be. We got to have patience. For you need patience, right? We need patience. But see, a lot of times the reason why you don't get a return on your investment, because you don't need nothing at that time. There's nothing for this person that you're investing into to give. The only thing they should be given is that willing mind, right? There should be a willing mind. Go to 1 Corinthians 8 and verse, what did I say, 14? 14. Read up. Start at verse
12.
What does it say?
For if there be first.
Yeah, read up verse, start at verse 12. Damn.
2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 12.
Go ahead.
For if there be first a willing mind.
Yeah, see, a lot of times you look for the person that we're building, the brother or sister that we're bestowing all the honor onto. We looking at, well, they just ain't getting it. Or how come they ain't doing the things that was done for them? Well, because at that time, the only thing they're supposed to come with is a willing mind. That's their investment right now, is their willing mind. You just got to pour things into their mind. And let that marinate and build and mold, and then they'll be able to return the favor. Build the next brother, build the next sister. Yeah. Read on.
It is accepted according to that man hath, and not according to that he hath not.
Go ahead.
For I mean, not that other men be eased and be burdened.
And ye be burdened, right?
God, and ye burdened.
Right, see, it shouldn't be burdensome for us to invest in the right investments. You know when the burdens come, like even if you want to deal with like Esau's financial investments. Are they burdened when they invest the proper way and they get that nice return? They're happy as hell, right? When they invested in something and all of a sudden the stocks went up and they sell it and they sold like, I don't know about stocks and nothing like that. But they sold it for like 50% more than what they bought it for. Right? The only time it's grievous is when they take a loss. See, we shouldn't be looking at, are we going to take a loss with a brother or a sister? We should be looking at, let me continue to do the work, regardless of who gets it and who don't. Why? Because many are called, but few are chosen, right? Many are called, but few are chosen. Many people walk through these doors, and what do? We treat them all the same. You come to learn, get your pen, get your paper, show up. Be consistent, let's move on. Oh, you consistent, let's upgrade you. Oh, now you can partake in this. Now you can do this. Now you can do this. Now you can do this. Until now, you're able to, the same things that were shown to you, give you that. Oh, where you at? This is 1 Timothy. You know what I want? Second. You know what I want? This is what it's about. Where's that? Oh, 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 2. Yeah. See, you're supposed to invest into your brother, your sister, so they can do this. Go ahead.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men.
Right, because you showed yourself faithful. Now you're supposed to take the same things that you learned and commit them to the next faithful man. That's how you build the kingdom. That's how you build, is by taking the first example and a good example, continuously using it, instilling it in every brother, in every sister, until what? Not that you have a nation of robots, but you have a nation of righteous. Where you at? Right, yeah. You how you gonna get it in? Are you talking about the company? Yeah, go there, you go there. Well, see, it says, commit thou to faithful men. Read on.
Who shall be able to teach others also.
Who are supposed to be able to teach others also. Why? Because they're trying to build the kingdom. We're trying to build the kingdom. But see, you got men, you got women that get into the mode of, I don't have to invest anymore. Or I've invested so much that I'm tired of doing it. I've given so much through time, I'm tired of giving. I don't got no more to give, dog. I ain't got no more to give. It should never be like that. Because you know what they're looking at? They're looking at all the people that didn't stick around. They're looking at all the times brothers committed and then uncommitted. They're looking at they're not looking at the ones that are around. They're not taking a step back. Like I was talking to the sisters on Sunday about this, and I said, sisters got to step back and look. Look around you and look at what your investment has done. You got some sisters that have been in this school 10 years, 14 years. You got some sisters that have been in 7 years, a couple of months, 2 years. The ones that have been in 10 years, they invested into the sister that's been here for 7 years. You got to look around and see. What did I instill in this person while they're still here? What did I invest? Look at what my investment is getting me. Look at the fruits of my labor. That's what you got to look at, not who's not around. Look at who's here. Jump back to Corinthians.
Corinthians chapter 8, verse 13.
Read.
For I mean not that other men be ease and ye burden.
Right, the burden shouldn't be, I'm invested in this brother. What's up?
I'm sorry, where we at?
Where we at?
2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 13.
Go ahead.
Well, this is 14 now.
Uh-huh.
But
so the burden shouldn't be a burden if you're investing your resources, if you invest in right, if you invest in the right things. It only becomes burdensome when you invest in yourself only, when you invest in how much TV you need to watch, right? How much Xbox you need to play, how much BS you got to do on Facebook. That's where it becomes a burden, because now you just don't want to do it. Yeah, go there real quick. That's a good one.
Ecclesiastes chapter 33 and verse 17.
Go ahead.
And this is just to add upon that about the burning of others. It shouldn't be a burden, because this is the reason why. This is the reason why the Most High has brought us here amongst brothers and sisters, because we have something to give. So give me that. Ecclesiastes chapter 33 and verse 17.
The one thing we got to all realize is that we all have a talent. The Most High gave us talents, some more than others. And we're supposed to be using our talents in, some come in with talents, some don't. Some people's talents are developed here in the truth. But the whole point is we're supposed to be, our talents work best when they're combined. Some people's talents feed off of other talents, right? But see, when you don't want to invest your talent into the next man or the next sister to grow their talent, it's selfish as hell. That's that pride. You don't deal with it. Go to where you at.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 33, verse 17.
Go ahead.
Consider that I labor not for myself only.
Right. Read that again.
Consider that I labor not for myself only.
Once again, what we're in here doing is not for ourselves. It's not for our own gain. It's for the read.
But for all them that seek learning.
See, the Most High has already taken us out of this prideful mindset about me, like a little baby, or like the world does. We do things for ourselves, for our own gain. No, the Most High is about His people. This truth is about His people, to wake up His people. That's why Christ hasn't came back yet, because we're still trying to wake up the 144,000. Why? Read that last precept.
But for all them that seek learning.
We labor for those that are less capable right now, for those that are sick. That's why the scriptures, Christ said that He didn't come for the whole, but for the sick. We're here for those that don't have the common sense that we may have, that don't have the knowledge that we have. We have to sacrifice our own studying, our own time, our own emotions. For what? Read.
For all them that seek learning.
All those that come in class dirty. All those that are online asking questions that are dirty. That are what? They're trying to get their mind right. They're trying to clean their spirit up for the Most High, to see what way they can please the Most High. And that's what our job here is to do.
Jump back to Corinthians. Y'all with us so far?
Done.
Is Andrew? Everything's good?
No, I was just saying.
No, that's the way you said it, like, God, something happened.
No, I was just.
No, you're good. Jump back, Ray, to 2 Corinthians 8 and
14.
Yep.
But by the equality, that now, at this time, your abundance may be a supply for their wants.
See, at this time, especially if you're an older brother, older sister, the ones that are coming in, anyone under you, younger than you in the spirit, your abundance is a supply for their wants. The abundant things you have, that's a supply for the things that they need. This is how you build. What's up?
And that's not even on a monetary or physical
level, yeah.
It could be spiritual. The trial and tribulation that you've been through and got through is for somebody else. That's what a lot of people don't understand. The things that we go through is not for ourselves only, but for those that seek learning, for those that need help in the same situation.
Right. It's definitely spiritual, because this is the thing. You get those brothers that come in that nobody ever really talked to them. They need to be talked to. So what you got to do? Now you got to spend time rapping with brothers, getting to know them, dealing with them, figuring out their problems. How can we, yes. One thing that we don't realize is the things that we go through, it ain't always for us. A lot of the times the things we go through are for the men around us, the women around us, for their lessons, for their learnings. There's going to be a lot of people coming in. Listen, there's a lot of people that's going to be coming in with so many issues, because Israel been destroyed. Israel been raped, robbed, murdered, molested, castrated. Think about that. You got the suicidal thoughts. You got think about how many kids that were kids got molested and are now grown men and women. Think about that. It's a gang. It's a lot. Go ahead.
And that's what causes them to act a certain way.
That's
A
what
lot of
causes
times, we like to judge, but we don't even understand the situation that this person's been through, or the emotional damage that has been done to this person, or physical.
Right. So that's why that supply should be for their want. That supply of, let me get into this person's mind. Let me condescend to their level. Right? Let me see what's up with them. You got to take the time away from you now. Your abundance of time. And now you got to give it to them. Go ahead.
That their abundance also may be supplied for your want.
That what?
That their abundance also may be supplied for your want.
Right, because after a while, when they start building and growing, now they're going to get an abundance. When you start building these talents in a person, when you start building the kingdom in them, now their abundance is going to be a supply for your want. Because what's going to happen is they're going to come equipped with things that you couldn't do. They're going to come with talents that you didn't have. So now what? They're going to be able to offer themselves up to ease your burdens, to ease our burdens. But again, you got those that say, I no longer want to take the time to invest in the man the right way. The talent, I don't want to grow his talents. I don't want to help him see his talents or realize his potential because I'm too worried about me. Go to got 20 minutes. This is going to be a quick. Go to Matthew. Go to Matthew 6:31.
Done.
And see, the supply for the want, it's a back and forth thing, right? Now we get a better context of what this scripture was talking about. Read Matthew 6:31.
Matthew 6, verse 31.
Go ahead.
Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat?
You know why I'm going to take no thought for what shall I eat? Because I know if the man next to me got an abundance and I'm starving, what's he going to do? He break you off a piece. Okay. I know if the man next to me, if he's putting his investments in right, if I invested into him right, the right way of doing things and the right way of operating, I know that he might have a surplus. So what's going to happen? I might not have that. I might be able to borrow, get from the man next to me. And then guess what's going to happen? The man next to me might need something. I might have a surplus. I'm going to have a surplus. That's how it's going to be. We all have, you know what's funny about it when you look at it? Again, we all have talents, right? We all have different talents. We don't all have the same talent. Even though the brothers in here got different talents and different ways of doing things. To where I might lack, but guess what? You're so talented in your area, now you can spill over into me to get me up to par. Because this is the thing. We all have different talents, but we all lack in different areas. You see that? I don't lack where he lacks. He don't lack where I lack. You see that? Same thing. He don't lack where I lack, and vice versa. But now I'm able to rely on him for the abundance of where I'm lacking to say, listen, I need some of that. What you got going on? Show me how you did that. How you did this, how you did that. Brothers got different talents, but also different shortcomings or different lack. Y'all get that? So now if we're investing in one another, nobody's short. Nobody comes up short. Because it's like, well, I don't got what he got, but now he's going to be able to show me how to at least get there. Or at least how to use what I do have to my strength. So we ain't going to lack. This is how you build. This is how the kingdom is built in a man, a sister. Same thing with the kids. You invest into your children the right way, sisters. And what happens? Now, the supply you gave them for 18 years now becomes a supply for you. Because you might get old, you might not have certain things. You know, that's every parent's dream, I think, I don't know, is when they get, every parent's hope is that when they get old, their kids take care of them the way they took care of them when they were young. Right? Like, I hope my kids is there for me when I'm old and crippled and decrepit, senile, just running around, just yelling things. You know what I mean? Just out my damn wits, doing weird stuff that old men do. I hope my kids is able to tolerate and put up with me. But see, you got to build it in them now. Honor thy mother and thy father, right? You gotta bestow, you gotta put these things in them now. You gotta build in them now. You gotta properly invest in them now, so that later, when they look at you and it's like, well, let me throw them in a nursing home or let me put them up in the house, they won't just throw your ass in a nursing home. They'll be like, okay, let's put them in the house because we got space. They won't make excuses like, yeah, we ain't got enough room, Grandpa. We ain't got enough room, Dad. Because you're not sitting there looking at how crazy you are. You're looking at, well, let me honor my mother and my father. Let me take care of them because they took care of me. You see that? Where you at?
I'm at Matthew 31.
Matthew
Matthew 6, verse 31 on the second precept.
Go ahead.
Or what we shall drink.
Go ahead.
Or wherewithal shall we be clothed.
Uh-huh. Go ahead, read on.
For after all these things do the Gentiles seek.
Yeah, this is what non-believing, faithless people seek after. The Gentiles, the non-believer. All right? Christ wasn't talking about another nation in this right here. He was talking about the non-believers seek after this. A brother that don't believe his brother got his back. A brother that doesn't properly invest into his future. They worry about these things because they're like, well, I didn't properly invest, so guess what? I ain't gonna get no return on my investment. I wasted all my time over here. It wasn't profitable, so what am I gonna get in return? Now I gotta worry about these things. Now I actually gotta go and actively look into these things. But see, a believer, a brother that's growing in faith, he know my brother got my back. Like, I know this man got my back, whatever I need. Even if he ain't really got it, he'll be like, here. Or he just be like, I ain't got it. And I'm good with that. Vice versa. If I got it, he got it. That's just how we roll. Same thing with any of these brothers. If I got it, they got it. They need it. If you got it, I need it. Or if you need it, I got it. If I don't got it, I'm going to get it. So get it while getting's good.
Right? Because I got it.
Right? That was a hustle man from Martin. But, quoting the hustle man. But, read on.
For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things.
Yeah, the Most High knows that we need all these things. So guess what he does? He sets brothers around you that got it. He knows you need to be taught. So what do? He gave you a teacher. He knows that deep down in your spirit, you was like, no, you were like, God Almighty, right. I need the truth. Jesus.
Flat on your stomach.
And what did he do? He sent you through these doors. You was riding by and saw the ISB HPK sign.
Right.
And you walked right in like, damn, there goes some Israelites. He knew you needed that. He knew you needed that. And what were we willing to do? Invest all the time to build you and show you the right way. See, now it's up to that man if he wants to reject or adhere. And be able to be an example of how do I now invest into the next man. See, because that's the problem. The pride of the man says, I want to be invested in, but I don't want to stick around to be the investor. Or I only want to be invested in one way. What you got?
You wouldn't. Nah, bro. Somebody has that mic. Somebody touches that mic.
No, did you already go to the bill with the talents?
No, we're not going with that. I didn't want to go to that.
Oh, okay.
No. I didn't want to go to that.
Okay.
Let's take it off the topic.
Okay.
Yeah, take it off the topic. It's not a talent. It's not, this is the thing. Talents. It's about investing in them.
Right, because, yeah.
It's about investing the talents. We know about the talents, right?
Yeah.
They have the talents, there's talent, right? But we're more dealing with, because it's not about the talent. I don't need talent to invest into a man. You see that? I just got to give myself.
Right.
I just got to be conscious to do what? I'm going to show you. It's about this. This is what I got to be conscious about. Go to Philippians 2 and 4. I got to be conscious of this one thing. And my talents don't really matter. Because I'm already equipped with talents. The Most High makes that plain and clear.
Right.
But see, this is where my mind should be. Read.
Philippians chapter 2 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
Look not every man on his own things.
I shouldn't be looking on just my own things. Right? Because, yeah, we all got talent. I got talent You got talent. Read on.
But every man also on the things of others.
I'm supposed to be looking at the things of others. As far as, okay, this man got talent, how can we bring him out? This man don't have something, how do we get it to him? This brother needs to be taught. How are we the most effective? How do we make him understand? You see that? That's what it's really about. It's not really about a talent. I don't need talent to look upon another man's things. Now, the talents is what's going to be built when I do look upon that man's things. I'm going to be looking to see, how do I better this man? How do I bring these talents out of him? How do I pull the virtue out of him? Right? And I might have to be, with some men, a little bit more talented than with others. You might have to have that talent of being able to talk and word things the right way and, you know what I mean, position it here. But it's not really about the talents per se. It's about really, read it again.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 4.
Go ahead.
Look not every man on his own things.
Go ahead.
But every man also on the things of others.
Right. We're supposed to be looking at the things of others. But see, when we all come in here, we don't realize that that's what it's about. Nobody realizes that when they first get here. Because what happens? You come here for the wrong reasons. Or you might come here for the... I think we all, no matter what, when you're new to this, you come in for the wrong reasons. Because a lot of us will say, I just want to come in just to learn for myself. I just want to learn. Not thinking like I'm supposed to learn in what? Committed to a faithful man. 2 Timothy 2:2, like we just read. I'm supposed to commit what I've learned now to other faithful men. Right? We don't realize that. Or you got sisters, they coming for a man. You got brothers, they coming for a woman. But see, after a while, that's all, like we said earlier, that's supposed to change. Your intention is supposed to change. It's supposed to bring up your maturity level. But see, in some people, it don't change. What happens is, they learn, they hear, they start to get that building, and then what happens? It's something they don't want to hear. The word offends them in some way, shape, or form. And then, this is what happens. Read verse 3.
Verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vain glory.
They start getting strifeful. They start doing it for the vain glory. To say they did it. To say they were there. To say they're a teacher. Right? What happens? That vanity starts puffing up. That pride starts creeping in. Where they say, well, you know what? I don't got to go through all the things that y'all are going through, so I'm going to go over here real quick and live lavish while y'all Negroes suffer. You can suffer with the Bible and with all that knowledge. I'm going to go over here, take the Bible, what I learned. I'm going to go over to this side. Right? Go to, so we know pride can creep into a man. Go to Proverbs 16 and verse 18. The most famous pride scripture ever written. Give me an issue.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18.
Go ahead.
Pride goeth before destruction.
Stop. So your pride goes and then the destruction. Your pride is a vain opinion of yourself. I'm high and mighty. Well, what's the destruction? Pertaining to the topic, what's the destruction? Who knows? Your investment. Right? You're actually destroying relationships. The relationship between brothers, sisters. You got sisters that don't invest in their kids. Your kids are being destroyed. And in turn, you're destroying yourself. See, when you get to a point where you feel like, I don't have to invest in a brother or sister that is understanding the Bible and what we have to go through, what stops you from investing in your children? Or what stops you from wanting to invest in your children after a while? Because they don't understand it, they don't get it, and they're noisy and loud and all over the place, and I don't feel like dealing with them, my job, my back, my neck, I gotta cook, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You stop investing in your children the right way. See, we think that investing in our children is about just being there. You gotta actually take the time to sit them down and see what's up with them. Even me, I can check myself on this the other day. I'm too much one-sided with my kids. I'm not investing in them the right way. I'm not being that friend. I'm not in friend mode with them all the time. I'm in damn daddy whoop your ass mode. Check mode. But then I gotta say, nah, can't be like that. Because now when they get older, they don't want to come to me for nothing. They ain't gonna want to talk to me about what's going on with them. I gotta make them know early that y'all can come to me and talk. If y'all got something that y'all did wrong, you can come tell me. So I gotta not whoop ass all the time, not yell all the time. I gotta now build a balance of why'd you do that? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Is that gonna be talk to them? I'm doing a lot more talking, and then go to your room and lay down. I'm doing a lot more of that than just whooping. Because Noah be needing it, man. I be telling you all the time, Noah be needing it to get tapped. Doing a lot more talking with that little boy because with my kids, I usually get to the age of 4 where I no longer have to whoop. Usually the age of 3. My girls, the age of 3, it was like 4. No, there was no more spankings, beatings, none of that. Noah, different dude. Him bad. He's already 4 and he ain't getting it, but he ain't getting it. Anyway, pride goes before destruction. So your pride puffs you up to the point where you figure, I can't deal with the people next to me. I'm no longer going to invest. So now the relationships around you are being destroyed. Go to Romans 12 and 16. So this is what you forget to do.
Romans chapter 12, verse 16.
Go ahead.
Be of the same mind.
So you forget to be in the same mind, same judgment. You no longer want to be in the same mind, same judgment because your pride tells you you don't have to be. I don't got to go through what they're going through. I don't got to be in the same mind. I don't got to be there to build anything. Go ahead.
One towards another.
Go ahead.
Might not hide things.
Yeah, see? But you're in the high things. You about your damn self. Because that pride puffed you up. You have a high opinion of yourself. You got a high opinion of everything all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you just opinionated. Go ahead.
But condescend to men of low estate.
See, you don't want to no longer condescend. You're no longer in condescend mode. You're in ascend mode, where you're just above everything. Where I'm too good to sit back and rap to brothers about whatever. I can't do this. I can't do flyers. I can't do this no more. Right? I'm above that. I'm above being around brothers and building. Shit, the mall. What the hell you talking about? Go work at a kiosk. I'm a corporate thug. Right? A corporate Negro. Right? I can't stand in no mall selling no Earls. What you mean them Earls? I ain't selling no Earls. I can't lower that. I can't lower to that. Not realizing that that's actually a high standard of living. Being able to condescend to a man and understand a brother and figure him out. You're putting your talents to use. You're actually gaining the kingdom. Not falling out of it. Right? You're not losing it. You're gaining the kingdom. Read on.
Be not wise in your own conceit.
But see, the conceit got you wise. That worldly wise. Where your way matters and only your way counts. Me. I. Go ahead.
Verse 17. Recompense to no man evil for evil.
And that was it on that one. Go to Ecclesiastes chapter 10. Got a few more and then yeah, it's not a super long one. Go to Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and start at verse 7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7.
Go ahead.
Pride is hateful before God and man.
This is why. Read on.
And
by
both. Oh, okay. And by both doeth one commit iniquity.
See, you commit iniquity towards the Most High and man in your pride. That's why it's hateful. The iniquity towards the man is I no longer want to build with this man. I no longer care about his issues. I no longer care about what he got to say. I no longer care for him to help me. I no longer care about the kingdom. Jump to verse 12.
Verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departeth from God.
See, you're already departing from the Most High. This is the beginning of it. Once you depart from the Most High, you're really just departing from the bros around you. You depart from that one mind, one judgment. You actually depart and be like, well, I got 1 foot in the kingdom, 1 foot out. Right. I got 1 foot towards building and 1 foot out. I don't want to be that builder no more. I no longer want to do what I was called for. I got a greater purpose.
I don't want to do it their way.
I don't want to do it y'all's way.
The Most High's way. His protocol.
I don't want to do what works. I want to do my own thing. That hasn't worked for my whole 35 plus years, but
that's why I'm here.
The way y'all niggas do things, I just don't like it, so I'm going to go back to my old ways of living. My old ways of doing things. I'm going to do things the way I did it. It never worked. It never, ever worked. That's the problem. But you got to see what you're doing here. You're burning up these relationships. You're no longer seeking the kingdom. You're no longer in Matthew 6:33 mode. Seek ye first the kingdom and the Most High and His righteousness. You went, let me look at the things of my own self. Let me lay up for treasures. Let me lay my treasures in a place where moth and dust do corrupt. Right? That's what you're doing. You're no longer laying up your treasures in heaven. Where your treasure is, your heart is also. And we're going to go there. I know I'm quoting them. We're going to go there. But you're no longer doing these things. That's why you turn out corrupt. And you start rotting away spiritually. Because no one's there to invest in you because you stopped investing in the next man. It's not being reciprocated. But the thing is, you withdrew yourself. Go ahead.
And his heart is turned away from his maker.
Yeah. If your heart is turned away from the maker, that means your heart is turned away from his creations that are around you. Because we're supposed to be in the image of the Most High, right? That's what we're attaining to, right? So if I'm like the Most High and you turn away from the Most High, you ain't messing with me either. In actuality, that's what it is. Jump to verse 13.
Verse 13.
Go ahead.
For pride is the beginning of sin.
It's the what?
Beginning of sin.
This is where you sin against your brother. You start to offend against your brother, the man you're supposed to be building with. It's the beginning of sin. This is where all the offenses come from. Because one man is puffed up in his mind like, I'm going to do this my way. Or I don't like the way y'all do it. Right? And then now this is where offenses come. Read on.
And he that hath it shall pour out abominations.
Yeah, abominations are going to pour from you. All the things we read about in 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. All the things that will not enter into the kingdom. See, go there real quick. Let's go back there real quick. I said I want to hit that A button. So I'm going to show y'all something. It says these things, 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, right? If the kingdom is in you, we just got to look at things a little different way. If the kingdom is in you, and we're supposed to be building the kingdom, and it says, read 1 Corinthians 6 and 9.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
Right. Think about it. If we build in the kingdom is within us. And it says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God. You know what that's telling you? And you ain't going to be there for your brother. You ain't going to be there for your sister. Because the pride in you is bringing, what did it say in Ecclesiastes? It said the pride is bringing abominations. Right? That pride got you kicking out these abominations to the point where I don't want to be around you and you don't want to be around me. If I'm building towards the kingdom and I'm trying to build my brothers and you just bringing abominations through your pride, I don't want to be by that no way. I don't want you around contaminating. So you ain't going to inherit the brotherhood. You ain't going to inherit the sisterhood. You ain't going to inherit to the point where you see your kids grow the right way. Their kids ain't going to grow the right way. Y'all get that?
Done.
Read on. You know how I hit the whole Corinthians 6 and 9. Jump back to Ecclesiastes. Jump to verse 8. Jump to verse 18, I believe.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 18.
Finish verse 13.
Verse 13.
Go ahead.
For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abominations.
Go ahead.
And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities, and overthrew
This is the point. Pride wasn't even made for men. This is something that you adopted through you're not wanting to do things the right way. Like we read in Romans 1. You didn't want to retain the Most High in your knowledge, so he gave you up to that pride. He gave you up to your high-mindedness. He gave you up to thinking that I don't got to build with my brothers. I don't got to attain the kingdom the right way. I don't got to do things in order. You see that? Pride wasn't made for men. Go ahead.
Nor furious anger for them that are born of women.
Right. Go to Proverbs 13 and 10.
Come on.
Proverbs 13 and verse 10.
Only by pride cometh contention.
See, only by a man's pride comes contention. Definition of contention, I'm going to give y'all the synonyms. Heated disagreement, that's the definition. Discord, conflict, friction, strife, dissension, disharmony. See, the kingdom is supposed to be harmonious, right? It's supposed to be living in bliss if we do it the right way. But see, your pride is sowing contention. Go ahead.
But with the well advised is wisdom.
Yeah, see, this prideful man is not well advised. But now he's sowing this contention. So again, he don't want to be there for his brothers. He don't want to build the kingdom. He don't want to invest the right way. He don't want to invest in his woman, his kids, his brothers. Technically, he don't want to invest in himself. I got one more. Go to Galatians 6 and 1. And I'm going to end with this right here.
Galatians chapter 6.
Short refresher, reminder. It was just really something I was going over with the sisters with, and I hit like 4 or 5 of these scriptures. I just thought it would be a good little quick class to bring out and just show us, what are the things that we're attaining for. Read that real quick.
Galatians chapter 6 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault,
go ahead.
Ye which are spiritual.
Yeah, see, we're supposed to be in this spiritual mind. Go ahead.
Restore such an one in the spirit of meekness.
Yeah, we're supposed to not be in that pride mode to where we can't be around, or we are around and we're like, I'm not going to invest. We're supposed to be around to do what?
Restore such a one in the spirit of meekness.
We're supposed to be in the spirit of meekness, restoring our brothers and sisters.
Not talking down.
Not talking down, not looking bad up on them, not saying that they're off, even though they might be. But we say that brothers is off. But not to the point where it's like he's off, he's wicked, and he can't be helped, and we ain't going to try to help him. It's like, bro, you off. Let's figure it out. Why the hell you off, and let's get you back on. You're supposed to restore one to the spirit through the spirit of meekness.
Considering thyself.
Yeah, you're supposed to consider your own self. When you need to be restored, who won't be there for you? Consider yourself. See, when you invest properly, you invest in for yourself. That's what we got to realize, man. We do it for ourselves when we do it for each other. Read on.
Lest thou also be tempted.
Yeah, because we all be tempted. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And you don't want the brother to be there, sister to be there, to have an ear, to give you counsel, to pick you up when you fall, to help pick you up.
You don't want that same mercy.
You don't want the same mercy. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Bear ye one another's burdens.
Yeah, we're supposed to bear one another. We're supposed to be around. Never get so high-minded to the point where you say, I can't bear another man's burdens. Never get to the point where it's like, yeah, I'll be here, but that help thing, I'm not going to do that. I'm just be here for me so the Most High don't smash me. Yeah, I'm just here for my husband. I'm just here for my household. You got to bear one another's burdens, however that may be. I'm not saying you got to assume somebody's whole light bill and house bill? No. But obviously, if you got a talent and they're lacking, you're supposed to now bear their burden through your talents. You're supposed to bear their burden through wisdom. Read on.
And so fulfill the law of Christ.
This is how you fulfill the law of Christ. This is how you fulfill the law of Christ. What is that law? Read.
Verse 3.
Uh-huh.
For if a man think himself to be something.
Yeah, see, if we think that we something, and the law of Christ is what? Love your neighbor as yourself. Right? But see, when you think to be something that you're not, read on.
When he is nothing.
Because we really ain't ish. Our righteousness is as filthy rags. We ain't nothing, man. We ain't nothing in actuality. I don't care how much knowledge you got. I don't care how much Bible you know. You really ain't nothing. We are nothing. We are nothing in the sight of the Most High. You're not better than any other man because you know a bunch of scriptures. What makes you better is now investing your time into getting that man good, getting that sister better. That's what makes you good. That's what makes us better. That's what makes us better than the world. Because I don't care if you got the whole Bible down, the whole Josephus down, the whole Apocrypha, and every breakdown. If you're not using it for the right purpose, you ain't no better than the niggas in the world that got a bunch of book knowledge. You ain't better than the nigga in the world that know how to cook crack good. He can cook crack better than you. So he must be better than you. Read.
He deceiveth himself.
Yeah, we got to stop deceiving ourselves into this vain mind state that I'm better. I got it down. We got to stop deceiving ourselves that we even have that pride. Because we got that pride on us. We got to stop. We got to not deceive ourselves. But with that, I'm going to end it. Went a little bit over, but it's all good. Any questions in the classroom on the topic, off the topic?
Like
I said, quick little class, just a refresher. Just to, we got to remember where we're putting our spiritual investments. Sister Mary.
I say you can be faithful and unfaithful. Faithful is always rewarded, and unfaithful is always rejected. If God had given you responsibility, you must do everything in your power to fulfill that responsibility and expect God to give you more and more blessing and responsibility.
There it is. It's about that. And yeah, you're right. That faithfulness comes in knowing that if you're a faithful brother, knowing that other men are dependent on you, you're going to be around. You're going to be around to learn to do things the right way. So that way, other men can depend on that right way. They can depend on the example. That's what it's about. So, no questions in here? We ain't got nothing online. Hey, listen. I know we got y'all doing a lot of commenting online. We appreciate it. Whatever questions y'all got, save them for next class. We definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, asking y'all questions. Keep those coming. Again, if you have any books that you can donate, Apocryphers, the brother J.C. Judah from Maryland, he shot us a bunch of Apocryphers and Bibles. The sister Samantha, she shot us some Apocryphers, some Babylon Timbuktus, and some other office school supplies. We definitely appreciate it. We're going to get those out to Trinidad. Like I said, it costs a lot of money to ship to Trinidad. If you can't ship them, you don't want to pay that, get them over here to the school. 8524 South Braeswood Boulevard, Houston, Texas, 77071. Any monetary donations, we have our Wells Fargo account under ISB HBK. The number is 101-580-6167. We have our Google Wallet. The number is under isbhbk@gmail.com. Whatever y'all can give, we definitely appreciate it. It's not going to us. It's going to the schools, to the brothers and sisters that need it, to the community. All right? So continue to give. We definitely appreciate it. If there's no questions online, nothing in here, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.